Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, baby. Oh! Let's go, chat. Oh, baby. Let's get it, chat. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-wee! Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome in as we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here in just a few more moments with the Outlaw Racing League presented by Gears Unlimited as we head to Knoxville Raceway for another night of wicked racing action. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, as we're about to get ready to set these drivers loose. Qualifying coming to a close here. That means we're going to get ready here in just a few more seconds for a little bit of green flag racing. Our heat race is about to get underway here in just a few more moments. We're going to quickly make sure we got this overlay refreshed here. Make sure everything's looking good and looking fresh over there. A quick time to the 24 ride of Jax. Yawn is Yawn. Once again, man, looking very, very fast out there. Jax, you're looking good out there again, my boy. Jax coming in with that like on the stream. Jeeper McJeeper coming in, smashing that like as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on everything here tonight, man. We are over on... We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we are on Kick, we are pretty much everywhere. We are ready to rock and roll. You know what to do? A pre-race interview with me? I don't know. Jax, I don't want to jinx you, my boy. I don't want to jinx you. If we jump in there, we may jinx you. So we better just do post-race interviews when you're up inside the top 3, my boy. That's what we got to leave it down to. We don't want to jinx you. We don't want to mess you up. We want to make sure that you're good to go and you're ready to rock and roll here for the show. You know, we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. You know, even though you're quick in these things, and I'm sure we'll see up at the front. But man, it's gonna be close. Kick the tires and light the fires. Let's get it, Jeeper. Let's get it, my boy. Mr. Jeeper McJeeper coming in, showing the love. Nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. I mean, before the feature. We might be able to drag you in. We'll see how your heat race goes. If it goes good, then we'll probably pull you in. Yo, what's good, Justin? What is good, my boy? Justin coming in, showing the love as well. What is good, homie? Oh, chat, this is going to be fun, man. We got a great show here. We got a great amount of cars, a lot of fast drivers once again signed in, ready to go to battle, ready to duke it out here. And these guys are about to put on a wicked, wicked show here for us. This qualifying about to come to a close here. Looks like everybody has qualified. Jax Yawn with that quick time. Billy Roberts, Scott Schroyer, Randall Dixon, and Bryson Banks coming in with the top 5 here in qualifying. Then we see Nolan Rossi, Nate Walker, Michael Vitale, Eddie Neal, and Joseph Grandy rounding out the top 10. Jake Henry, Jesse Ingram, Chris Cox, Anthony Vitale Jr., Blake Parsons, and Lynn Vitale rounding out the field here for our first qualifying event of the evening presented by Tight Lines Apparel. Coming in, and Jax picking up that top spot here. The quickest lap time as these drivers get loaded into the sim. We're going to get ready here for our first heat race of the evening. As these drivers start to get loaded into the sim, we're going to get ready to rock and roll here. 8 laps for our heat races tonight. And then we got 40 lap features, man. A lot of fun, a lot of fast cars, and a lot of great drivers out here getting ready to do some work, man. Bet says Jax. Bet, absolutely, my boy. We'll get you in here. I'm sure we'll get you in here at some point throughout the night for definitely a few interviews. That's for certain, my boy. Got done doing firework. Just got done doing some firework. Hey, Justin? There you go. That's a heck of a workout, man. That's a heck of a workout right there. Gotten firewood and everything else, man. That's a good workout right there. Yo, Harry, my boy Harry Yawn coming in, smashing that heart reaction. What is good, Harry? How you doing, my boy? Coming in, showing that love. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here you go. We're going to get ready for a show as these drivers loaded into the sim. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing here with our first heat race of the evening. Starting on the pole. Quick time here in qualifying. That is the 24 ride of Jax Yawn. To his outside in the 57 ride, that is Scott Schroyer. Starting inside a row number 2 in the 0-0 ride, the double zero machine. That is Bryson Banks into his outside in the 122. That is Nate Walker. Starting inside a row number 3 in the 318. It's the Gears Unlimited number 318 machine of Eddie Neal into his outside in the 171 ride. That is Jake Henry. And bringing up the final row here in heat race number 1, starting in 7th. There in that 515 machine, that is Chris Cox into his outside in the 55 ride. That is Blake Parsons. We have 8 drivers getting ready to go green flag racing here from Knoxville Raceway. Quickly, the green flag back out in the air. Jax Young out in front here, quickly putting that pedal to the metal here. These 358 modifieds as he's trying to pull away from the rest of the field. But right there behind him, that's Scott Stroyer trying to hunt him down. Stroyer right there in position number 2 as Bryson Banks there in 3rd in that. Is that the B00? I feel like it's the B00 ride. The Team Enemy machine as Team Enemy right now sitting in 1st, 3rd, and 4th, having a good run here. Scott Stroyer, the one car out here as he's hanging on to position number 2, still sticking right on that back bumper of the Lucas Oil Gears Unlimited number 24 ride of Jax Young. Jake Henry right there in position number 5. Chris Cox and Eddie Neal there in 6th and 7th as the caution flag is going to fly here. Looks like Blake Parsons having some issues in the 55 ride deep in the field here. Look, looks like he's already up into the outside wall here. Let's play it back just a little bit as I think he comes off corner number 2 here. Gets up into this outside wall right there, and then he's kind of just glued to it. Just kind of can't get that car peeled off. Stays right in there. A lot of heavy front end damage. Unfortunately for the 55 ride. He's going to get stopped on the racetrack. As soon as he stops there on the track, the caution flag is going to come out. So a tough break there for the 55. And the tough break for us is that caution flag flies, and we're going to have to get ready to do it all over again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get it, baby. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Woo! Yo, Skyler, Mr. Pruitt. What is good, Skyler? What is good, my boy? Stacy Benton coming in, showing the love as well. Hey, let's go racing. You know it, Stacy. You know it. Skyler coming in, showing off his 4 months of being a subscriber. Let's go, baby. I don't have a button for stars anymore. Any idea why? Ooh, that is a good question. Huh. That is actually a very good question, Skyler. Someone said last night that they had that issue, too. Let me check here. Are you on your cell phone or are you on your PC, Skyler? Just so I know. I have it on my PC. I can see it says give stars. See if it goes through. It should go through. I couldn't send any last night either. Cell phone? Oh man, maybe it's just the cell phone's messed up. Maybe like the app for the cell phones are all messed up. I can definitely see it on the PC on my PC. It sent it. Pretty sure, yeah, it went through on the PC. Johnny Nolan coming in with that like as well. Nate is sleeping. Laugh out loud. Oh no, not Nate. Why is he sleeping? As we're gonna go back to green flag racing here. Green flag back out in the air. Jax Young out in front. Scott Stroyer there in 2nd. Bryson Banks in 3rd. Nate Walker, Chris Cox, Jake Henry, Eddie Neal. Rounding out the field here, actually, Blake Parsons back out onto the racetrack, but it's showing me Blake is unfortunately a lap down here, so the 55 ride is going to definitely need another caution flag to try to get a wave around, but I don't think he's going to have enough time as out in front, it's all Jax Young, as Young continues to lead the way here in that 24 ride. Scott Stroyer sticking right there with him, right there, ready to pounce. One mistake, one incident. He's going to be able to jump up and try to find a way around this 24 machine. Bryson Banks there in 2nd. Chris Cox now up into position number 4. Nate Walker there in 5th. Jake Henry there in 6th. And Eddie Neal in 7th. With Blake Parsons rounding out the field. Wowzers. It's still that 24 ride, man. He has been oh so fast in these 358 modifieds. Anytime we get behind the wheel of these mods, you always know that Jax is going to be up towards the front of the field. And here he is in this one, leading heat race number 1. He's going to come out of corner number 4 here, and he's going to see that white flag fly. So one more time around here for Jax Young. Only a couple more corners left for Scott Schroyer to try to find a way to get around this 24. Down the backstretch one more time into corner number 3. Down through corner number 4. And it's going to be the 24 ride of Jax Young picking up heat race win number 1. Scott Schroyer right there in second. Bryson Banks, Chris Cox, Nate Walker, Jake Henry. Everybody else there rounded out the field in heat race number 1, as we saw. I do believe that was Nate Walker upside down there across the start-finish line. So hopefully Nate gonna have some better luck after that one, as we're gonna get ready here for heat race number 2. So yeah, Skylar, to answer your question, I saw it definitely has a link for your YouTube where your star button was. Has a link for your YouTube where your star button was. Really? That's interesting. Okay, let me check that out. Let me check that out. Let me check that out, Skylar. I honestly haven't even noticed. Someone was in chat last night and they said the same thing. They said it was there and then it wasn't there. So seems very odd to me that it's not there right now. That'll be showing the link to my YouTube channel. So we're going to get ready here for heat race number 2. Starting on the pole, it's Billy Roberts. Quickly, the green flag going to come out here. Randall Dixon there in second. The 74 ride of Nolan Rossi there in position number 3. Michael Vitale, Joseph Grandy, Anthony Vitale, and Lynn Vitale rounding out the field here, as Jesse Ingram unfortunately missing out the start of this one, as Billy Roberts with a good jump here. The 99 ride shot out of a cannon. Caught the rest of the field kind of sleeping there in corner number 4 as they went green flag racing. Stacy's button worked. Stacy, are you on PC or are you on your cell phone? That's something we're trying to figure out right now, why it's not showing up for some people. Maybe it's just mobile app for Samsung, maybe mobile app for iPhone. Maybe it's bugged right now. It's interesting as Billy Roberts continues to lead the way here in that A&J Landscaping number 99 ride. Billy Roberts, oh so fast here, quickly jumping out to a quick big lead here, out to 1.5 seconds over Randall Dixon. Stacy's on cell phone. Okay, so yeah, okay, now it's really weird. Now it's really mind-boggling me up here. Stacy, my girl, much appreciate you coming in with the 99 star dono. Randall Dixon right now in position number 2, has that 74 ride all over his back bumper here. 74 ride trying to find a way around the 111, can't quite get there, as now the 213 of Michael Vitale is going to be peeking down to his inside, trying to find a way around that 74 ride. Joseph Grandy right there in 5th, with Anthony Vitale Jr. right there in position number 6. Unfortunately, he's going to go upside down here. Hold on to it. The 21 machine of Anthony Vitale Jr. getting into the outside wall and going for a ride. Wowzers. You have Samsung? Okay, she has iPhone. See, so maybe we're narrowing it down. Maybe it's something with Samsung's messed up. Interesting. Yeah, see, so that link, I think before, if you click that link button, it should come up with the stars and it should come up with the other thing, with the, I don't know, let me check. It should come up with both. Shows me the link there. Okay, yeah, it just comes up with the link for that. Featured links. Open links added by live broadcaster. Huh. Subscriber button still shown there. That's interesting. Okay, let me see if...
Let's go!
Interesting, Skylar. We're going to have to try to figure that one out, as we'll take another look back here at Anthony Vitale Jr. as he goes for a bit of a wild ride here down the front stretch. 21 ride just gets up out of corner number 4. That rear end comes out, tanks that outside wall, goes upside down for a wild ride right in front of our flag man. throws that caution flag as a 21 machine looking very good out there on the racetrack, but unfortunately, not so good after that hard hit. We'll take a look here right from the cockpit and see what happens. This 21 just right there, that rear end kicks out, and then that's not the angle you want to be looking up at the sky here. That's a rough one. That Tight Lines Apparel number 21 machine, that Vital Motorsports ride. So that's going to put him back at the rear of the field here with some pretty heavy damage, and Billy Roberts saw that lead unfortunately evaporate as Billy now right there. He's got the 111 rider, Randall Dixon, right there behind him. Nolan Rossi right there in third. Michael Vital, Joseph Grandy, Lynn Vital, and Jesse Ingram. Rounding out our top 7 here is Jesse back at, well, now out on the racetrack. So it's good to see that 777 ride out here as we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing, and another great restart here from Billy Roberts as Billy with a wicked restart once again out in front, showing the way here in this one. Billy having a heck of a run, a heck of a drive here as the 99 machine continues to lead the way about 0.4 of a second now over Randall Dixon as Dixon right there in position number 2. Nolan Rossi trying to hold on to that third spot as that 74 ride looking very fresh out there. That Majula C Speed Shop CFM Esports number 74 there in position number 3. He's got Joseph Grandy and Michael Vital right there behind him. Lynn Vital there in 6 with Jesse Ingram trying to find a way around that 222 as the 777 looking down to the inside, but we're going to see that checkered flag fly here as Billy Roberts picks up heat race win number 2. Billy Roberts getting it done here as obviously our thing was a little frozen there. We'll get that fixed up. Hey, yo, Skylar over there on the old YouTube. Hey, yo, what is good, Skylar? Coming and showing the love over on YouTube as well. YouTube is fun, man. YouTube is fun, but we got a long ways to go. We got a long ways to go over on YouTube before we can get monetized over there. We're also over on Kick as well. Let me see if I can find the Kick link here. Let me see if we can find the Kick link, chat. Send you guys over there as well.
Let's go!
But let me see if I can figure it out. I'm going to try to delete that link, my YouTube link in the chat, and see if that brings it back up or not. I don't know if it'll bring it back up. Link in, let me see here. We'll share this link in the chat. See if that maybe does something to it. Let me see here. That is the link to our Kick stream as well, as we're over on Kick Gaming as well right now. Let me take a look and see if we can add some stuff here. Yo, Kyle, Michael, my boy Kyle coming in with that like on the stream. Eric coming in with that like and the share. What is good, Eric? How you doing, my boy? Blake Parsons coming in with that like. DJ Ingram coming in, smashing that like as well. Papa Mike coming in. Can't do anything on Kick until they do it for Android. Yeah, you can go online and do it, Skylar. You should be able to go to, like, if you click that link, it should take you right to, like, your internet browser on your cell phone. It should be good, but their app for Samsung should be out, hopefully probably today or tomorrow. I know it was supposed to come out on Sunday, but they have to wait like a 48-hour waiting period or something like that. So I want to say it's going to be either today or sometime tomorrow that they'll be ready to rock and roll with the mobile app for Kick as well, which is going to be absolutely massive. They continue to bring in more and more big names, big streamers over there, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's getting pretty nice over there. Jax Young 2024. What are we cheering for Jax for the 2024 election? President Jax Young. I like it. That's got a bit of a ring to it. That's got a little bit of a ring to it, man. Let me see here. Let me check if I can do something like... All right, let me see here. All right, Skylar, let me know if that might have changed anything there for Facebook. Let me know. Let me know if that changed anything, if that got rid of that link maybe, and maybe see if it brought the star thing back up, as that's it's definitely unknown right there. That's definitely an unknown. Yo, Blaze Rachel's my boy Blaze coming in, smashing the like on the stream. What is good, Blaze? How you doing, my boy? All right, ladies and gentlemen, made it. Yeah, see, Pruitt, I knew you'd make it, my boy. I knew you'd make it over there on the kick. Let's go, homie. Let's go. Kick is gonna be a vibe. I think it's gonna be a vibe. We need to get way more iRacers over there. That's the one thing that's lacking over there on Kick is that. But we're gonna do a lot of other games and other things over there. Maybe some morning streams, stuff like that, over on Kick, and leave Facebook for just iRacing and stuff like that. We'll try to keep it just for that. Got rid of the link, but no stars. That is interesting. That is very interesting, homie. That is very interesting. It's definitely still on iPhone, which is weird. I don't know. Samsung maybe just dropping the ball, because I couldn't see it on my phone either. Homie, I couldn't see it on mine either. As we're going to get ready here for our starting lineup, our A main feature event about to get underway, as these drivers pacing right there behind the official iRacing pace truck, starting on the pole in this one. In that 57 ride, that is Scott Schroyer. To his outside in the 111, that is Randall Dixon. Starting in position number 3 in the Tight Lines Apparel, Vital Motorsports, Gears Unlimited number 99, that is Billy Roberts. And to his outside in the 4-2 Graphics, number 24, that is Jax Yon. And we see the 00 ride of Bryson Banks and Nolan Rossi, Joseph Grandy, Chris Cox, Michael Vitale, Nate Walker, Lynn Vitale, Jesse Ingram, Jake Henry, Anthony Vitale, Blake Parsons, and Eddie Neal rounding out the field as we are quickly green flag racing here from Knoxville Raceway. It is Randall Dixon out in front. Randall leading the way here quickly in that 111 ride. As Dixon out in front, this track very hard to pass. We see one driver going a little 3 wide back here as it's the 74 ride of Nolan Rossi trying to hang on to it here. Hang on to it, Nolan. The 74 ride almost going airborne there, the same as we saw the 21 ride in the heat races, getting up into that outside wall, really having to hang on to it as Randall Dixon continues to lead the way here. Dixon out in front, showing these drivers how to get it done here in this one. Scott Schroyer right there in position number 2. Billy Roberts having a good run here right in third as that Vital Motorsports number 99 ride in position number 3. Jax Yon right there in fourth, as well as we're going to get our first caution flag of the evening. The caution flag coming out here for the first time in this A main feature event. We'll take a look back and see what happens, as it looks like Blake Parsons, fortunately here for the 55 ride, we saw him have some issues in this heat race. Here he is deep in the field here in this one. Just a little bit of contact with Jake Henry. Gets him up, out of shape, gets that car turned around, pointed in the wrong direction. That caution flag is going to fly. So a tough break right there for Blake Parsons as he gets turned around and pointed in the wrong direction. That means we're going to have to stack all these drivers back up. So we'll re-rack them, re-stack them, and get ready to go back to green flag racing here from Knoxville. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow button as we get ready to rock and roll here once again. Man, Knoxville Raceway, oh so perfect, man. This track always looking so beautiful. Skylar's gonna come in with the million stars that way. Okay, I like it. Best I can do for now. Laugh out loud. Peacemaker, I'm gonna send you a message on Messenger after the race. Eric, sounds good, my boy, sounds good. I have star icon, but when I click it, it doesn't allow me to send any. It's definitely being funky. Yeah, it's definitely being weird, guys. I don't know what's going on with it. Harry, are you on a Samsung as well? Is that maybe what you're on? Because like now I don't see the link, and I also don't see the star icon either, which is very weird. I don't know. Maybe let's see if we can refresh the stream here quick on the cell phone chat. This is the reason why we're slowly diversifying ourselves away from Facebook a little bit. As much as I love Facebook, it is the home. We're going to continue to stream here and everything else. I want to be able to give you guys better options to be able to go and look and, watch the streams and support other ways. That's why we're streaming over on Kick right now as well, because Kick is just way better. Yeah, see, so sell iPhone. Okay, so you're on iPhone. Yeah, I think it's just Facebook is just messed up, man. Facebook is so dead nowadays as well. Facebook's just slowly dying. We see more and more issues coming up with Facebook and everything else, and it sucks because I love Facebook, and Facebook is very, very good, but it's definitely on its last legs here, as Randall Dixon's going to see that green flag fly here once again. The 111 machine out in front. Scott Schroyer trying to hold on to position number 2 here, as Billy Roberts right there behind him was trying to take a peek down low. Jax Yon still trying to hold on to position number 4 here, as he has his teammate Bryson Banks right there behind him. Bryson trying to find a way up and around that 24 machine. I figured we would have saw Jax Young quickly work his way up towards the front here, but definitely proven a little bit difficult here, as this track is still very, very tacky, right down through the middle of the racetrack. Liberals laughing. Yeah, 100% Harry, 100% my boy. All right, as the caution flag going to come back out here once again. We'll take another look back and see what happens, as it looks like maybe Chris Cox fortunately tied up in this one. Oh, Anthony Vidal unfortunately just comes down the racetrack. The 515 ride was already down there. Unfortunately, they get tangled up. Chris kind of going for a wild ride there, trying to hang on to that thing. Drives right over the nose of the 21. Nowhere to go for the set 171 ride either. We also saw Lynn Vitale get into Nolan Rossi, as Rossi was trying to avoid some of this action as well, as they head down into the corner. Looks like 24 just kind of slide into the 222 ride, kind of gets up in there. Blake Parsons goes around again as well. So a few drivers deep in the field here, unfortunately having some issues there.
Let's go!
We'll get these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Yo, Pruitt Racing Gaming coming in, smashing that like on the stream. Let's go, baby. I'm not on enemy anymore. Forgot to change my paint. What the Jax? What in the world, my boy? You gotta remember these things. Okay, good thing you gave me a heads up, my boy, but definitely need to see some different paint schemes for the next 2, or else I'm gonna continue to say it. I know I'll forget. I know I'll say it at least 4 or 5 more times out there, homie. I know we'll say it at least 4 or 5 more times. Okay? So we're going to get ready to set them back loose once again. These drivers all stacked back up and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that follow and or subscribe button if you're watching over on YouTube, as well as we continue to grow more and more over there on the red site. These drivers stacked back up, the lights turned off, that official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing. Randall Dixon out in front here, gets that green flag back out in the air. Scott Schroyer there in second, as they're going to try to go 3 wide back there for position number 3. Jax Young going to jump up and take position number 3 away now from Billy Roberts. Roberts is going to try to battle back strong here, taking a look to the outside, but the 24 wide slams that door closed. So Jax trying to find some different ways up and around here, trying to find a way to jump up into the top 2 here, as he's right on that back bumper of the 57 ride of Scott Schroyer. Schroyer trying to hold on there to position number 2, but man, oh man, that 24 ride is giving him a show, and man, give it up for Randall Dixon. Randall's had a couple tough breaks the last few weeks here, and man, that Monroe Racing ride is having a good run right now, as you see the 24 trying to send it in down on the bottom side, trying to find a way underneath of that 57 machine. Jack's really trying some different lines out here, man. That 24 ride is not scared to try to throw it in down on the bottom side, trying to try some different crazy lines out there, and you can see the 24 trying to find something right now behind that 57 ride. These guys all continue to battle. You see Billy Roberts back into 4th, Michael Vitale up into 5th there. Joseph Grandy in 6th, Jesse Ingram having a good run now up into 7th, Nate Walker there in 8th. Then we see Eddie Neal there in 9th, and Jake Henry rounding out our top 10. Bryson Banks unfortunately sliding back here in the 00 ride, as he's back in 11th. Nolan Rossi there in position number 12 with Blake Parsons right there behind him. Chris Cox and Anthony Vitale Jr. right there side by side in 14th and 15th. And Lynn Vitale bringing up the rear of the field there. And that GY6RN Gears Unlimited 222 riders. We're going to see Rossi go around, and the caution flag is going to fly here once again. Caution flag coming back out for the third time as Nolan Rossi, that Majula C Speed Shop CFM Motorsports number 74 are unfortunately going to go around here again. Looks like Blake Parsons going to go for the big slide job. Kind of gets into that berm, goes off the track a little quicker than he wanted to. Chris Cox right there in it. The 21 rider Anthony Vitale there as well as, man, a tough break once again as the 74 rides had a bit of a rough go. So has in the 55, but you'll see it right there. Just it's up the racetrack. Over to go. The 74 ride gets into the back of him and then spun around from behind. Man, this is a pretty slick looking ride, man. There's some chrome little accents in there that are pretty neat, man. There's some pretty neat little chrome accents in there that are real nice. So we'll stack all these drivers back up. We'll get ready to go back to green flag racing here in just a few more moments. Skyler, my boy, switch to PC for now. Laugh out loud. Let's go, my boy. Skyler coming in with the 96-star dono. Let's go, homie. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated, homie. Coming in, showing that love. Yo, Kevin Odellski. Odell, my boy, coming in, showing the love. Hey, Odell, I saw on your Facebook today, my boy, that you got a girlfriend or some shit now, bro. You got a girlfriend now? What in the world? Homie, I thought it was gaming for life, and you got a girlfriend? What in the... No, I'm just kidding. Congrats, my boy. Congrats. Love to see that. Love to see that you're happy and everything else, my boy. I was super stoked to see that, homie. I was super stoked to see that. Yo, Philip Cunningham coming in, smashing that like as well. What is good, Philip? What is good, my boy? Coming in, showing that love. Yo, Cross Cannon Gaming coming in, smashing that follow button over on Kick. Cross coming in, showing the love there on Kick. How's it going, my boy? Coming in, showing that love as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing in just a few more moments as these drivers itching. They're foaming at the mouth here, trying to get ready to go back to green flag as Randall Dixon continues to lead the way. Scott Schroyer right there in second in that Animal Racing number 57 ride. He's been looking very strong all night long. We haven't really seen him make any passes, but he's been very good hanging right there with our leaders as we're going to go back to green flag racing. And what a restart for Randall Dixon. Randall with a great restart right there, getting a great jump over Scott Schroyer and the rest of the field as Schroyer just looked like he was sleeping a little bit right there. Unfortunately, going to slide back, lose a couple car lengths there on that 111 ride as Jax Young still trying to find a way to get up and around this 57. He's all over the back bumper here of Scott Schroyer, looking for some big runs. Billy Roberts right there in fourth, trying to follow right in the tire tracks here from that 24 ride as Jack's going to go for the big slider here, but I don't think he's going to have a hole to try to clear that 57 as they're going to go side by side here. Side by side down into corner number one is another big slider. Some contact, our leader's in it. Billy Roberts going to snake through the 111 ride. Randall Dixon. I don't know how they're going to score this one. The caution flag is out. But Jax Young throwing it in there, throwing everything he had at it. And unfortunately, contact being made, and this is going to break up the front of the field. We'll take a look back and try to diagnose what just happened. Holy moly. Scott Schroyer, unfortunately, getting a hard piece of this one as well. We'll take a ride right here with the 57 ride. You see the 24 send it in there. Unfortunately, gets in to the 111. Schroyer then gets into the 24 ride. Stopped on the racetrack there sideways. Spun around the wrong direction. Oh, man, a tough break. I'm sure they're going to give that spot back to Randall Dixon. Randall's got to get that spot back here as, man, he had really nothing there. We'll jump right onto the left rear here and see what Randall sees as he's just driving through here nice and easy, staying breezy. Then, boom, right there. Gets tagged in the left rear and spun around just ever so slightly. For the 171 ride of Jake Henry gets stuffed up into the outside wall as well. We'll take a look here Jake Henry and see what happens to him. As where is Jake here on the field? There he is. It's that 171 ride. Driving through it here. He's about 10th, 11th spot here on the racetrack. And then Schroyer just kind of still spinning out there. Comes down the racetrack ever so slightly. Hits the right rear of the 171 ride and gets him right up into the outside wall. And heavy contact. A lot of damage there. That 171. But we're going to see the 24 ride of Jax Young be given that EOL. He's going to go to the rear of the field. Scott Schroyer back there as well, as I do believe they have given that top spot back to Randall Dixon. So that Monroe Racing Gears Unlimited 111 ride gonna be given a gift there, given his spot back on the racetrack. Never went fully around and was the leader that time by the start finish line. He's gonna still be our race leader here, but now he's got Billy Roberts, Michael Vitale right there behind him. A pair of those Vitale Motorsports rides there in second and third. Joseph Grandy, Jesse Ingram, Nate Walker there in the top six, as we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing. Does Billy Roberts now have anything for this 111 ride? As Randall Dixon just staying nice and easy, staying breezy as he continues to lead the way throughout this one. As we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we're going to crank it up. No, we're not. We're going to go to the caution flag again. Randall Dixon cannot catch a break now, upside down here in quarter number one. Oh, man. That is the last thing I think Randall wanted to see. We'll take a look back and see exactly what happens, as it looked like Billy Roberts kind of just got into him here a little bit. Billy gonna send it in there, just get him right into the rear bumper, spin him around, then everyone else just piling into it here. Billy Roberts turned around the 74 ride, gonna go upside down again. See Joseph Grandy and Jesse Ingram spun around. Take a look right here. Let's jump right on board here with the far chase for Randall Dixon. See this contact right here, just boom, right into that left rear, spins him around, and the 213 ride comes in and cleans them out, and then unfortunately gonna roll over, go upside down. You see the carnage unfold. All these drivers just parking lot here in corner number 1 and 2. Oh, that is a tough one there for a bunch of these drivers, man. A lot of these guys were having such a great run, and that's definitely not how they wanted this one to go, as 515, nowhere to go here in this one. He's going to get right into the 213, and everyone's going to get into the back of him. He's going to get a lot of damage. There's the 21 into him. Blake Parsons almost going upside down again. Jesse Ingram getting spun around. All right, that's really going to change things up here once again, but it does look like they're going to be nice enough and give that 111 ride his position back. But that car is all sorts of out of shape now, man. That car is pretty hurting right now. But it does look like they're going to give Randall Dixon his position back. Twice now we've seen that the 111 ride get spun around here from a car behind him. That's a tough one, again, for Randall, as we're going to try to go to our Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. And maybe a little bit of that crank it up caution flag, that crank it up curse coming out here once again. It seems like every time we even start to talk about going into a crank it up session, something happens, as now Michael Vitale in second, Nate Walker in third, Eddie Neal there in fourth, Anthony Vitale Jr. in fifth, Lynn Vitale in sixth, Blake Parsons, Jax Young, Scott Schroyer, Bryson Banks, Billy Roberts rounding out our top 11, Jesse Ingram still out there on the racetrack, but 4 drivers unfortunately parked down pit side, as we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing and we're going to crank it up. So ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we're going to crank it up. All right, caution flag going to come back out here rather quickly. That crank it up caution flag never fails. Never fails here on Peacemaker Gaming, man. That crank it up caution flag will come out every time. This time, I'm not sure what this one was for, chat. I'm not sure what this caution flag was actually for. Huh. Alright, looks like maybe just a admin caution there coming out, as didn't look like anybody spun around. So nobody spun around, nobody unfortunately wrecking there. Actually, fortunately, no one was upside down, no one was wrecking, but we're going to see the caution flag come back out. We see Bryson Banks heading down pit side here in the B00 ride as he's going to get some work done to his car. He's now parked down pit side here. See that front nose all tore off there. A lot of damage. He's going to get that quick repair and back out onto the racetrack here as we're about halfway in and halfway to go here. Randall Dixon continues to lead the way here in the 111 ride. Michael Vitale, Nate Walker there in second and third. Eddie Neal and Anthony Vitale Jr. rounding out the top five. Blake Parsons in sixth. Scott Schroyer there in seventh. Now we see Jax Young off the racetrack. Maybe that's what happened here. I don't see Jax out there, so it might have been something with Jax Young, but I don't think it was. Jax was on the racetrack here. I don't think anything happened to him. Nope, caution flag was already out there, so interesting. But we don't see we don't see Jax back out there now, so that's another interesting one. These drivers are unfortunately dropping like flies now, chat. These guys are falling like crazy. Yo, Joel Burton coming in, smashing that like on the stream. What is good, Joel? Joel coming in, showing the love, smashing that like on the stream. How's it going, my boy? They called me for a jump at the start. That's crazy. That's crazy, my boy. That's crazy. As we are back to Green Flag Racing, and we're going to crank it up. Ladies and gentlemen, crank up that volume. Cheer on your favorite drivers.
Let's go!
All right, as Randall Dixon continues to lead the way here. Randall out in front, continuing to show these drivers how to get it done. Backwoods Gaming, I got flipped. I was digging, laugh out loud. I'm 74R. Jax jumped the start. Oh no, oh no. Backwoods, what's good, my boy, coming in, showing the love. Backwoods, I have a bunch of Backwoods t-shirts, man. I think we get along great, homie. We get along great. Going and showing that love over on YouTube. But right now, it's all Randall Dixon out in front as Randall continues to lead the way here. That 111 ride been out in front here all night long, except for when he was upside down there, getting spun around. Randall continuing to hold these guys off, has about a car length lead now between himself and Michael Vitale, as Vitale holding on to second here. But he's got that 122 ride of Nate Walker all over his inside. Right there's a little bit of contact, a little bit of bumper cars there at a corner number 4. Look like all that momentum going backwards there for the 57, and upside down goes Billy Roberts. A late race caution flag as Billy Roberts, unfortunately, gonna go upside down now, down pit side here in that A&J Landscaping Vitale Motorsports Gears Unlimited number 99 ride, as we saw that all starting to happen. Looked like everyone kind of bumping into each other here. Take a look up at Scott Schroyer here. Schroyer's going to get the raw end of this deal back through corner number 3 and 4 here as they start to make some contact. The 122 gets into the 213. The 21 gets into the back of them. They all kind of stack up, and Schroyer gets a little sideways there and starts to lose momentum and comes up the racetrack here, trying to slide in front of Billy Roberts, and unfortunately Billy wasn't going to let off this late in the race and gets into that, gets right in there into that 57 ride and sends Billy going for a wild ride here as he's just trying to hang on to that thing, and it's up into the outside wall, digs in there, goes upside down, and flip-flopping around the rear end, all busted out of it. Fortunately for Billy Roberts, he's going to be parked down pit side. You see the 57 right as Scott Schroyer coming down, getting some work done to his car as well. So he's down pit side. So we'll stack them back up, and we'll get ready to set them back loose here with a green-white checkered finish. This is what it's all about right here. These green-white checkered finishes where all these drivers are going to be right there on top of each other, getting ready to go to battle here. Late in this one, can Randall Dixon get a big restart here? Can he hold them off? Can he pick up that checkered flag? Does Michael Vitale, the 122 ride of Nate Walker, Anthony Vitale Jr., Eddie Neal have anything to say with those drivers being up at the front here? But to wait and see how this is all going to play out. You see Blake Parsons, after having a few wrecks himself here throughout this one, that white knuckle setup and graphics shop on the outside of a top 5 looking in. Jesse Ingram right there in 7th in that 777 ride. Bryson Banks there in 8th in that B00. Lynn Vitale there in 9th, and Scott Schroyer rounding out our top 10 of active cars on the racetrack. Billy Roberts, Jax Young, Joseph Brandy, Nolan Rossi, Chris Cox, all down pit side as we're going to go back to green flag racing here with a green-white checkered finish as Randall Dixon got a decent restart, but that 213 is right there within striking distance. Nathan Walker right there as well, as Nate's going to try to find a way to jump up here and maybe try to take that top spot away as Randall coming down the backstretch out of corner number 4. We're going to see that white flag fly here. Some contact behind him. Nate Walker getting a little bit of contact there out of the 21 ride down the backstretch into corner number 3. One more shot here for Michael Vitale. He's going to try to roll to the back bumper here and drag race him down the front stretch, but he's not going to get there as Randall Dixon is going to pick up the first checkered flag of the evening. Randall getting it done here, picking up the checkered flag in the 358 Modified Series at Knoxville Raceway. Michael Vitale coming home in second, and Nate Walker coming home and holding on to position number 3 there for a little bit of contact with Anthony Vitale Jr. Man, Randall Dixon, a man on a mission here tonight, leading this thing right from the drop of the green flag, is going to pick up the checkered flag in this one. Give it up for that 111 ride. Let's see some checkered flags up in the chat for Randall Dixon as he picks up the checkered flag and gets it done here this evening, man. What a race and what a show right there by that 111 ride. Yo, Lonnie Gear coming in with that like and the share. What is good, my boy? Yo, Cam Julius coming in with that heart reaction. What is good, Cam? How you doing, my boy? Coming in showing that love as well. As ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth and pull in our race winner. That 111 rider, Randall Dixon, getting the job done, picking up the checkered flag here. We're going to pull Randall up into the broadcast booth here in just a few more moments as, man, what a run and what a race there by Randall. As, man, that car was oh so fast all evening long, man. That thing was absolutely wicked fast out in front, and Knoxville's a very tough place to pass, especially if it doesn't get completely slicked off. So, I mean, a good job by all these drivers to, you know, avoid really running over each other too much out there on the racetrack. But, man, what a run and what a race here from Randall Dixon. We're going to get ready to pull him up here into the broadcast booth. Let's see if we can get him up here. Hey, Randall, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You get a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Oh, not too bad. Randall, my boy, what a race, what a run right there, man. Take us back through this one. We saw you get clobbered a couple times there in the left rear, get spun around, upside down. You're able to, you know, get your spot back, stay out there on the racetrack. You had quite a bit of damage there on that ride. Was it affecting you late in the race here, or were you just still hitting your marks and continuing to hit those good lap times and continue to keep these guys behind you with just absolute skill and a good setup here, or was it, you know, a little bit of, you know, just so hard to pass that these guys couldn't quite get around you?
After I flipped over, I thought the car was gonna be junk, but I stepped on it in the corners and she held. So I was like, well, I'm not even going in the pits, and I'm not used to running up front either.
Well, man, you definitely look like you were used to it out there tonight as you were leading the way here, leading the pack right from the drop of the green flag. You took that lead away starting on the outside, and you just held it up there right in that middle lane, right on the good stuff, you know, and just keeping these drivers at bay. You know, you had a lot of tough cars, a lot of fast drivers right there nipping at your heels all throughout this one. When you see drivers like, you know, you got Jax Yawn up there, you had, we saw the 57 of Scott Schroyer there on your back bumper for, you know, the first half of this race. And you have Michael Vitale there. You have Billy Roberts back there behind you, man. There's some fast cars that were right there trying to find a way to get around you here throughout the night. And you just kept your cool, kept it nice and easy, staying breezy, and kept that car at the front of the field.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep that right rear up in that cushion as good as I could. I was hoping that the slick wouldn't move up even more because it was starting to get a little sketchy in the middle of those corners.
Absolutely, and that's definitely the scare is if this racetrack gets completely slicked off. Is you know, you're either right up against that outside wall, and if you make a lot of contact with it, you know, it can end your night in a quick hurry, or you're driving right through the slick stuff, and it's tough to run through that slick. It's like running on ice, and you know, you're slip sliding around, and we saw some drivers starting to slip slide around late in this one, but you're able to stay out in front, keep that car pointing in the right direction for the most part here, at least under the green flag, and able to pick up a checkered flag here to start the evening. Randall, who do you got to thank for such a strong performance here in this one?
First of all, the wife for letting me do this, and then having to beat me in the head with a baseball bat to get off of here sometimes. Murano Racing, Vitale Motorsports, A&J Landscaping, Gears Unlimited, Outlaw Racing League, you for putting on the broadcast. I think that's about it.
Beauty. Well,
Oh,
Randall.
oh yeah, and Hi Mom Lens.
Okay,
He does all the pictures for us and stuff. So
Beauty. Perfect. Well, Randall, congrats on the checkered flag here in this one, my boy. A heck of a run, a heck of a drive, being able to pick up the checkered flag and hold these guys off as you lead all 40 laps here. You kept that car out in front looking pretty for the most part. Even after being wrecked a couple times, you were able to continue to hold them off and get the job done here tonight in the first race of the evening. Hopefully we'll see you back out here for the next two. Hopefully we'll see that 111 ride back up towards the front, and we'll see if you can get it done here again and see if you can pick up another checkered flag before the night's done.
yes, sir. I appreciate it, man.
Beauty, Randall, congrats, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that 111 ride of Randall Dixon. As Randall picking up the checkered flag here in this one, man. What a run and what a race by Randall Dixon, getting it done here, picking up the checkered flag as we're going to get ready to pull in our second place driver, Michael Vitale. As Vitale in the 213 machine coming home here in position number 2. We're going to pull him up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Michael, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
I got you, Aaron.
Michael, my boy, a good run, a good drive out there in this one, man. It looked like it was really hard to pass out there, and you kind of just kept the car clean, kept it right where you need it to be, and you were all over the back bumper there late in the race, that 111 ride, trying to find a way to get around him. Do you think if the track might have slicked off a little bit more that you would have been able to have a shot at getting around him here tonight, or was it just that hard to pass out there?
It was definitely one lane for a bit. I think the bottom may have started to come back a little bit. We could have played with some sliders, but I just wanted to be cautious up there. Randy was fast, and I knew it was going to have to be the right move at the right time, and it just never came around. So I just wanted to be, just stay consistent, stay safe out there, and I'll take a second any day.
Absolutely, man. Anytime you can jump up here in the broadcast booth with me after the race means that, it was, mission accomplished. Anytime you can end up with the top 3 means a good points evening, some good points, and a good race for yourself as you come home here in the second spot. You gain some points once again on the field, and, just a solid run and a solid effort out there with, minimal damage after, we saw some mayhem unfold. We saw our leaders, Randall himself included, collected in a few wrecks there as they were wrecking at the front of the field. A few times right in front of you, you were able to avoid majority of it. We saw you get a little bit of contact there with the second wreck, but man, that 213 ride looked fast, looked very stout, and looked very steady out there. It looked like you had a great car, just there's not enough time or not enough track to be able to jump out there and try to make that pass for the lead.
Absolutely. You nailed it. That's exactly what it was.
Well, Michael, congrats on the second place run here tonight, my boy. Who do you want to thank for such a strong performance here in the first race of the evening?
I want to thank Billy Roberts over at Gears Unlimited, all the boys back at Vitale Motorsports, Tight Lines Apparel, Eddie Neal Enterprises, A&J Landscaping, you for broadcasting. And, I want to put a shout out to Randy. He ran a hell of a race, and I just want to congratulate him again.
Beauty. Well, Michael, congrats to yourself as well for a solid second place run here to get the evening started. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the top 3. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth after the next 2 races.
You got it. Thank you.
Good luck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that 213 machine of Michael Vitale as Vitale coming home here in that second spot here in our first race of the evening. We still got 2 more races to go, so don't go anywhere. So we still got a lot of racing left to be unfolded here. We got the late models up next, once again back at Knoxville Raceway. So we're going to be pulling our third place finisher here in the 358 Modifieds up into the booth here. So let's pull Nate Walker up here for his post-race interview. Hey, Nate, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Nate, my boy, a great run, a good drive there, man. It seemed like it was very, very hard to pass. You had to pass a lot of cars. Had to keep that 122 machine out of a few different wrecks as they were wrecking there all around you for a little bit. You're able to keep that car clean, keep it, pointing in the right direction, and slowly but surely you're able to make those passes, get up towards the front, and hang on there at the end for that third place finish after we saw a little bit of contact after the white flag between you and Anthony Vitale Jr. Almost spun you and Anthony around. You were able to keep your wheels under it and keep on rolling, and luckily enough being able to still pull in to a podium finish here tonight in the first race of the evening.
Oh yeah, you had them wrecks there at the beginning. I was getting a little worried, but we were able to, kind of dodge them and just stay where we were at. And you really had to hit that top. You couldn't really come down there. You would lose a lot of drive trying to go to the slick, but it was good racing.
Absolutely, man. Some wicked racing, a lot of action out there, and a solid run for yourself here once again tonight. Nate, who would you like to thank for such a strong performance here in the 358 Modifieds?
Oh, I just got to give a big shout out to Nick at Enemy Setups. He does a lot for us. Billy Roberts at Gears Unlimited, he also does a lot for us. Cameron Cormier at 42 Graphics, RC Trucking, all the family back home, and just you guys for broadcasting, and Clayton for putting it on.
Beauty. Well, Nate, congrats on the third place run here tonight in this one. Hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth after the next couple races, as I'm sure that 122 ride is going to be a force to be reckoned with here throughout the rest of the evening.
Oh yeah, that's the plan. Thank you.
Beauty. Have a good one. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our third place finisher, Nate Walker, as he comes home here in position number 3. As ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get ready here for our next race. Our next race about to get underway here. Let me quickly slide over to our intermission screen here. As we're going to get ready for our next race. Pro late models at Knoxville coming right up here in a couple more moments, as we're going to get ready to pull these drivers back into our second feature event of the evening, our second of 3 races here. We'll get loaded in, get ready to set them back loose, ready to go back to action. Quickly just reset a couple things here. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, let me know if you guys enjoyed that show. The first race of the evening, man, a wicked race, a wicked run here. Those 358 Modifieds, always so much fun to watch, and these guys put on a great show for us here in the first race of the evening, and we got 2 more big races coming right back at you here. Some more fast cars. We're going to see a bunch of good drivers and different drivers here in these pro late models jumping out onto the racetrack, so that's going to produce even more cars out here for more runs and more drivers and more action-packed racing action to come right at you here in just a few more moments. These late models usually bring in a pretty good show, so we're going to see quite a few different drivers jump out here. We already see Joel Burton jumping in. We see Nolan Rossi jumping back in. We see Brandon Barnhart jumping into this one. So we didn't see Barnhart in the first race. We didn't see Ethan Johnson either, as Ethan's jumped in. So a few different drivers jumping in here for the late model section of this one. Yo, Jaron Argesinger coming in, showing the love. What is good, Jaron? What is good, my boy? Jaron coming in, showing that love, smashing that heart reaction. What is good, my boy? What is good, homie? Whew! Man, some great racing here. Some awesome racing action. What is going on? Interesting. All right, as these drivers loaded back in here for our second race of the evening, we're going to get ready to set them loose. We're going to get ready to get these drivers back underway. Let me quickly jump on over to the live session here. There we go. All right, you guys see it here. The sun's starting to set at Knoxville Raceway is out in front here early on. It's the 11 ride of Johnson. Ethan Johnson with a quick time so far here in practice, as these drivers out on the racetrack getting some practice in, running some laps, seeing what they can do. We see Nate Walker out there as well. Jax Young in the 24 ride out there on the racetrack as well. Scott Schroyer coming back out in the 57 ride. Bryson Banks out there as well. Michael Vitale, Nolan Rossi out there in that Julius C. Speed Shop ride. A lot of drivers out here looking very, very stout. We see that Elite Designs number 11 ride. Johnson quickly with that top spot here in practice. So very fast car here for the 11 ride. He seems to always do very, very good in these races. So we'll have to wait and see how he can do here in this one. Add some quick tags over here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we only got about a minute or so left here, we're gonna get ready for our qualifying attempts here, as these drivers are gonna get loaded in and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Yo, Chris Cox, my boy, you like kick? Just started streaming here. Yeah, Chris, my boy, it's all right. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. I definitely like kick. It's definitely a little bit of a blast, man. It's definitely a bit of a blast over here. Definitely a bit of a blast over on kick. It's slow right now. I feel like iRacing hasn't really picked up over on kick, but it's definitely a cool spot to be over here on. A cool spot, just kind of. Different style, different everything, different vibe to it over on kick. Hopefully someday it'll blow up pretty big over there. Hopefully everything will get, pointed in the right direction over on kick is what we're really hoping for. All right, as practice has come to a close, these drivers are going to jump back out onto the racetrack here for their qualifying session. As see the 57 ride of Scott Schroyer jumping out here in the 57 ride. Schroyer looking very good here. Once again, that 57 looking stoked out there on the racetrack. We see Blake Parsons out there in the 55 ride. Looking good as well out there on the racetrack. Nolan Roski in the 74. Looking to have another good run here in that 74R ride. Brandon Barnhart out there in the 34 in that Premier Racing Setups ride. Looking stoked out there as well. Brandon looking to have a good run here in that 34 machine. Michael Vitale, our second place finisher from the 358 Modified Series out there on the racetrack, as Brandon Barnhart's going to jump out now with the quick lap time now, parking it there on the top spot. We see Billy Roberts, who's having a great run in the 99 ride, out onto the racetrack, see where he lines up. He's going to jump into 6 on the racetrack. We see Eddie Neal out there as well. We see Ethan Johnson in the 11 ride. Ethan, oh so fast in practice. We'll have to see where he can line up here in qualifying. Ethan Johnson down across the start-finish line is going to get this lap underway. We're going to have to wait and see where this 11 machine can get lined up here in this one. All right, as it looks like Ethan is going to slide in position number 2, but we're going to get a new quick time out there on the racetrack no matter what. It's the B00 of Bryson Banks picking up the quick time here in qualifying. Now we see the 24 ride of Jax Yon out there again. Nate Walker qualifying there in 7th. Jax Young out on the racetrack. Jax always seems to find some extra speed in these late models as well, so we'll have to wait and see where the 24 car can line up, and he's going to go to the top of the speed charts. Jax Young with the quick time here in this one. Put the 24 car back onto the front row here as Jax Young picking up the quick time here once again. Wowzers, what a run right there from Jax Yon as he's able to jump up and take that quick time away from Bryson Banks as he's able to beat Ethan Johnson and Brandon Barnhart. Here in this one, as 16 drivers once again loaded in, ready to go to action. We're going to get ready here for our green flag for heat race number 1 in just a few more moments as, man, oh man, Jax Yon with that quick time here in qualifying. Having himself a night, man, giving us a treat here as that was a heck of a run and a heck of a lap there out of the 24 ride. Man, what a run, what a race we're about to see right now once again, man. These guys are about to put on another wicked show for us. A lot of fast cars in this one once again. Jax got grip hacks, laugh out loud. Backwoods, I could see it. I could see it. You know, Jax, I don't know, man. That car is just always so damn fast. But you know what? I think it's just pure talent, man. That 24 ride for some reason is just always so fast. I think it's just a lot of talent, a lot of speed, and a lot of good showing there out of that 24 ride. As we're going to get these drivers lined back up, stacked up, and ready to go here as our first heat race of the race is about to get ready. So lap, oh my gosh, that was a slow lap, Jax. Come on now, that wasn't a slow lap. What are you talking about, homie? What you talking about? No way that was a slow lap. That was way too fast, homie. That was way too fast, honestly. Honestly. Way too fast. You're way too good out there. As we're going to get these drivers lined up, stacked back up, and ready to go green flag racing here. We're going to get ready for our starting lineup. Heat race number 1 here on the racetrack. Starting on the pole in this one. In the 24 ride, that is Jax Yon. To his outside in the 11E, that is Ethan Johnson. Starting inside a row number 3. In the 00, that is Corey Bragg. And to his outside in the A&J Landscaping Gears Unlimited Tight Lines Apparel Team Enemy, number 213 of Michael Vitale. Starting inside a row number 3 and a new looking ride here. That is the 122 ride, the Enemy Setups ride of Nate Walker. Walker in that pink, white, and orange ride. Looking very slick out there. Starting in position number 5 to his outside in the 57 ride. That is Scott Schroyer. And bringing up the final row here in heat race number 1. It's the 55 ride, the White Knuckle Setup and Graphics Shop number 55 of Blake Parsons and Nolan Rossi in that Majula C Speed Shop number 74. They're in 8th as we're going to go green flag racing here once again from Knoxville Raceway. Jax Young out in front here as Young out in front trying to show these drivers how to get it done. A big lead down the backstretch is Ethan Johnson trying to hold on to position number 2 as the 00 was right there trying to take a look to his outside. It's Corey Bragg there in 3rd. Nate Walker up into position number 4 here as Michael Vitale unfortunately sliding back here in that 213 ride. Already back into position number 6 as Scott Schroyer He's able to get around him as well. So the 213 sliding back early on as Ethan Johnson, Corey Bragg, and everybody else here at the front of the field continuing to lay down some crazy fast lap times. That time by Ethan Johnson, the only driver inside of 18 seconds here. A 17:99 out there on the racetrack. Ethan putting down some wicked fast lap times. Jax Young's got a mireful there of that 11 machine. It's that time again. Ethan getting a little bit faster. He's to the inside here as Jax gets up into the wall. The 11 machine of Ethan Johnson's going to jump up and take this lead away. So we're going to get a new race leader here in this one. Ethan Johnson out in front, jumping up, taking the lead away here. He's going to take that top spot away. Man, what a run for that 11E machine as he's trying to be a man on a mission here, trying to pick up yet again another heat race win. Somehow being able to find a way around Jax Young as Young right there in second. Corey Bragg there in third has a rear view mirror now down to the inside. His teammate in that 122, Nate Walker, really having to get on the binders there as he hit that inside berm, almost washed up the racetrack and into that 00 machine of Corey Bragg as Nate Walker continues. Right there in fourth has Michael Vitale and Scott Stroyer. Right there behind him, Nolan Rossi. There in position number 7. And it looks like Blake Parsons already, unfortunately, taking that car off the racetrack as we're going to see that white flag fly. And it's all Ethan Johnson out in front as Ethan leads the way here down the backstretch. Has about 7/10 of a second lead over Jax Young through corner number 3 and down to corner number 4. It's all Ethan Johnson here in heat race number 1. Jax Young in second, Corey Bragg in third, Nate Walker, Michael Vitale, Scott Schroyer. I do believe in everybody else there in that one as everyone's going to make it into the show. Nobody's going to go home early here tonight in this one as we're going to get these drivers lined up back on pit side here and get ready for heat race number 2. Pace truck going to start moving here, and we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose. Starting on the pole in this one, heat race number 2. On the pole is the 00 machine of Bryson Banks into his outside. In that 34 ride, that is Brandon Barnhart. Starting inside of row number 2 in the third spot, the 12 ride, that is Joel Burton into his outside in the 515. That is Chris Cox. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 777s, that is the Tight Lines Apparel's number 777 ride of Jesse Ingram into his outside in the 99. That is Billy Roberts. We see the 318 of Eddie Neal and Anthony Vitale Jr. rounding out the field as quickly we are green flag racing here in heat race number 2, and it's all the 4-2 graphics. Team Enemy 0-0 ride out in front here as Bryson Banks leads the way. Brandon Barnhart right there behind him in position number 2. So it's a battle between the BBs, and right there behind him, it's the CC of Chris Cox there in third. Joel Burton sliding back to position number 4 here as he's got Jesse Ingram right there behind him, and we're going to see the caution flag fly here in heat race number 1. Actually, heat race number 2, sorry. First caution flag in heat race number 2 as it looks like Eddie Neal. 318 machine in the 21 ride of Anthony Vitale Jr. coming together. That front hood is just going to scoop up that 318 ride and going to spin him around and upside down. A tough one there for Billy for the Mr. Eddie Neal here in this one. Oof. Unfortunately gets right underneath that rear end and just kind of scoops that rear end up, loosens that car, breaks traction, and gets him sideways and scoops him right up there. If that front nose cone just gets him right up in the air, right on over. An unfortunate break there for that 318 ride of Eddie Neal as now he's going to be parked down pit side. So we're going to have to get ready for yet again another restart here. Our first restart of these pro late models as Out in front, Bryson Banks leads the way here. Brandon Barnhart there in second. Chris Cox in third. Then we see the 12 rider, Joel Burton there in fourth. Jesse Ingram rounding out our top 5. Billy Roberts, Anthony Vitale rounding out our top 7. And Eddie Neal rounding out the field, unfortunately. Still parked down pit side there with a ton of damage on that car. You can see that car is absolutely destroyed here. A ton of damage. Can't get a great angle of that thing. I guess that's about the best angle we're going to get. That 318 ride and all the damage on it as we got these drivers stacked back up and ready to go back to Green Flag Racing as the green flag coming back out this time by as the lights are turned off. The official iRacing pace truck, and we're going to get ready to set them back loose after a little bit of a flip from the 318. And here we go as we're back to Green Flag Racing. The B00 with a good run, but here comes the 34 up on the high side. Here comes Barnhart. Barnhart looking for some big runs here. They're on the high side as we're going to get this reset here for our live timing. There we go. As Bryson Banks continues to lead the way, Barnhart trying to find a way to get up and around that 00 ride. Chris Cox right there in third. Having a good run is now Jesse Ingram up into fourth. That's Joel Burton sliding back now into the 5th position. So the 12 ride sliding back into position number 5. Billy Roberts right there trying to find a way to get around him. Then we see the 21 of Anthony Vitale Jr. there in 7th. Bryson Banks out in front, continuing to lead the way here. Brandon Barnhart starting to run out of time here to try to find a way around this 00 ride. This racetrack still has a ton of traction, still has a ton of speed out there. Currently, 00 just running a great line out there, right down about one lane above that the slick stuff that we're starting to see build there through the middle of the corners. But and he's finding a lot of speed and continuing to put down some great lap times, but nowhere close to what we saw out of the 24 ride and the 11 there in heat race number 1 as Bryson Banks is going to see that white flag fly one more time around here for Bryson Banks. Banks down the backstretch. Barnhart in tow. Chris Cox there in third. Down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. It's going to be Bryson Banks picking up heat race win number 2. Brandon Barnhart there in second. Chris Cox, Jesse Ingram, Burton, Roberts, Vitale, and Neal rounding out the field there in heat race number 2. Yo, Proverb 777 coming in. What's up, Peacemaker? Oh, baby, my first iRacing stream W. Let's go, baby. Let's go, my boy. That's what's up right there. Listen, Proverb. And, Chris Cox, if you guys are still watching, make sure you guys hit that follow button over there on Kick as well. Showing the love over on Kick as we continue to outsource and, trying to find some different stuff out there on the in the streaming world. We're trying to always diversify ourselves, never get stuck to one place. We don't want to put all of our eggs into one basket. So we're all over the place, baby. We're all over the place, baby. Proverb he's gaming. He's gaming. Let's go, baby. That's what's up right there, homie. That's what's up right there. Getting ready to jump back out onto the racetrack. Getting ready to set these drivers back loose here for a quick little warm-up session. You can see all these guys nipping, just ready to go, ready to jump back out there, ready to put some more laps under their belt here. The sun's starting to set. The sun is glaring here. You see that 11E ride. Ethan Johnson, he's just foaming at the mouth. He wants to be that first car out here on the racetrack. The 122 ride right there behind him as well. Every one of these guys getting ready to get going, man. Bax, brother, smart man, you know it, man. It's all big brain plays up in here, man. It's all big brain plays, my boy. Let's go, the golden voice. Ooh, I like that. The golden voice. I like that right there. That's got a nice little ring to it. My boy. As we're gonna set these drivers back loose here out on the racetrack, they're gonna get a quick little warm-up session. They're gonna get some work done to their rides. They're gonna make sure they got the right setups in. They're gonna make sure that their cars are ready to rock and roll for our main feature event here in just a few more moments. As we're gonna get ready to turn the old webcam off, we're gonna get ready here for our starting lineup as these drivers getting ready to be set back loose out here on the racetrack. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, practice here, warm-up session.
Let's go.
Coming to a close. That means we're going to get ready to go green flag racing here with our A-Main feature event, our second A-Main of the evening, about to get ready to get underway here as these drivers going to get loaded into the sim. They're going to get ready to rock and roll and get ready to go back to work here and put the work in. As Randall Dixon, my boy Randall, coming in, showing the love, smashing that heart reaction here. Randall, our A-Main winner from earlier on in the evening, coming in, showing that love. Randall, my boy, great run, great race, my boy. I wish we were to see you out here in this one. These late models are ready to rock and roll. We're ready to put these drivers back to work as they're getting loaded up down pit side here. We're going to get ready to go green flag racing. That's a view right there, chat. That is a picture-perfect view right there. Look at these drivers all getting ready to go to battle, getting ready to set them loose here. All right, as our Pro Late Model Series rolling out onto the racetrack, we're going to get ready for our starting lineup. About to set a world record in this Lima Land race. Let's go, Pruitt. Let's go, my boy. That's what we want to see right there, homie. That's what we want to see. Set it. Set it, my boy. You set it. Let me know. We will record it, and then I will do like a voiceover of it or something, or I'll do something fancy with it, a reaction video or something. You do it, I will make the video. As starting on the pole here in this one, in the 34 ride, that is Brandon Barnhart. To his outside in the 24 ride, that is Jax Young. Starting inside of row number 2, our first heat race winner of the evening. It's the 0B ride. That is actually our second heat race winner of the evening. That is Bryson Banks. And to his outside in the 11 ride, our first heat race winner of the evening, that is Ethan Johnson. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 00, that is Corey Bragg. And to his outside, the 515, that is Chris Cox. Then we see the 122 and Nate Walker. And to his outside in the 777 ride, that is Jesse Ingram. And we see Michael Vitale and Joel Burton rounding out our top 10, and we're going to go green flag racing quickly in this one as see Eddie Neal back there, a couple of these other drivers as we are quickly green flag racing. It's the 34 right out in front, is there 3 wide right there behind them. 3 wide back there for position number 2 as Ethan Johnson trying to hold on. Is that 11 ride trying to jump up and around Jax Young. Young's going to slide back to 4th as Brandon Barnhart with a great run here in that 34 ride, quickly out to about a 0.3 of a second lead now as Ethan Johnson there in 2nd. Jax Young in 3rd as the 00 ride of Bryson Banks is going to slide into position number 4. These guys all continue to battle around the racetrack, having a great run early on in this one. Nate Walker right there in 5th in that 122 machine, working himself up towards the front of the field as you see teammates right there, Chris Cox and Jesse Ingram right there in 6th and 7th, battling side by side. And you see the 00 ride of Corey Bragg right there in the 9th position. He's got Joel Burton right there behind him as Burton trying to work himself up towards the front. We see Michael Vitale as well. Vitale making some moves early on here. He slid himself up into the 7th spot on the racetrack. Corey Bragg trying to jump around that 777 ride as well. A little bit of contact. They're going to keep it rolling, though. They're going to keep on going. Billy Roberts in that A&J Landscaping Gears Unlimited Team Enemy, number 99 right there in 11th. Anthony Vitale Jr. right there in 12th. Scott Schroyer, Eddie Neal, Blake Parsons, and Nolan Rossi rounding out the field here. As it actually looks like Blake Parsons and Nolan Rossi unfortunately not making it out here to start this feature event. As we're going to get a battle at the front of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, you came here for a show. Well, here you go. As these drivers going to duke it out side by side here. You can throw Jax Young as we got a three-car battle up here at the front of the field as Ethan Johnson goes for the slide job there in 3 and 4. A great crossover coming out of the 34 ride is that Premier Racing Setups ride of Brandon Barnhart being able to hold off the hard-charging Ethan Johnson, but Johnson sticking right there with him. Gonna try it again, just barely clearing the nose there. Another good crossover, though, and here comes that 24 ride down to the inside. Jax Young gonna try to jump up and get around the 11. They're gonna cross over again as we get a great three-car battle here at the front of the field. Another little bit of a slider there as the 11 rider Ethan Johnson trying to get back out in front as here comes a big slider right there on our leader. Jax Young really sends it in there. Here comes the 11 down on the bottom side. Ethan Johnson is going to come out of that with the lead as Jax Young really sent it in there. Went for a big slider. Didn't clear that 34 run. They both had to get on the binders as they got wound up, lost their momentum. The 11 rider Ethan Johnson drove right around both of them. So Ethan now out in front here. Barnhart not going to be very happy with that one out of the 24 ride of Jax Young as Young slid up the racetrack. Basically made that 34 ride have to give up the lead there as Ethan Johnson with a good move being able to get around both of them and take this lead away. Jax still trying to battle there as the 34 ride trying to catch back up that 11 rider Ethan Johnson. Had to get on the binders there a little bit as he was closing the gap there on that 11 ride in a quick hurry. See Jax Young still sticking it down on the bottom side. The 34 ride up there on the high side trying to get these big momentum runs down the straightaways. Nate Walker. Well, these guys have been duking it out here at the front of the field. You see some more of these drivers starting to close the gap here, starting to reel in our leaders once again. Nate Walker there in position number 4 has Bryson Banks there to his inside as the 122 ride is going to drive around the outside there of the 00. Chris Cox right there as well as the 515 ride trying to find himself up inside the top 5. Michael Vitale there in 7th and Corey Bragg in the 8 ride there in that 00 ride. The second 00 machine in the field here. We see Jesse Ingram a little bit ways behind them in 9th and Billy Roberts there in 10th holding on to the final top 10 position, and this one is out in front. It is all Ethan Johnson. Johnson continues to lead the way as Jax Young continues to throw some big sliders here, trying to take position number 2 away from Brandon Barnhart. Barnhart's going to throw one back here in 3 and 4. The 24 ride is going to cut down the racetrack, get back to his inside, look for another big slider here in corner number 1 and 2 as he's going to drive up the racetrack. Another great crossover coming out of the 34 ride as these two duke it out back here for position number 2. So you'd expect that 11 ride to start pulling away, but they've been able to hang right there with them. The 11 machine of Ethan Johnson really not being able to pull away too far from the rest of the field here as he would really like to break this draft and be able to pull away from these guys and open up a big lead, but unfortunately hasn't been able to get that as they continue to battle side by side right there for second. Looks like the 24 rider Jax Young is going to get that spot. So Jax now up into position number 2. That's going to move the 34 rider Brandon Barnhart back into position number 3 there in that Premier Racing Setups ride. See the 122 and Nate Walker now right there on the back bumper as well as he's trying to work himself up into the top 3 here. He's all over the back of that 34 ride now. Chris Cox up inside the top 5 as Bryson Banks is slid back here now to the 7th position. Banks trying to find a way to get back around the 213 of Michael Vitale. You see the other 00 ride of Corey Bragg right there as well, as Bragg, the Dice Man, trying to find himself up inside the top 5. He's got a few drivers to still get by here. He's having himself a good run as the top 8 cars have really broken themselves away from the rest of the field. Scott Schroyer now up in the 9th. Jesse Ingram there in 10th. Billy Roberts now back into 11th position. Eddie Neal back there in 12th. Then we see the 12 ride of Joel Burton there in 13th. Anthony Vitale Jr. in 14th. And then still no Blake Parsons or Nolan Rossi out there on the racetrack. As Ethan Johnson continues to lead the way, you see the 24 ride of Jax Young trying to close the gap here, trying to reel in that 11E ride. As ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up. So crank up that volume and cheer on your favorite drivers as we're going to crank it up. All right, as we're got 5 more laps left to go here. 5 more laps in this one, and out in front, Ethan Johnson continues to lead the way, but Jax Young is right there to his inside. As that 11 ride trying to hold off the hard charging number 24. A big run here coming from the 24 machine of Jax Young down to the inside here of Ethan Johnson. Johnson trying to hold him off, goes up the racetrack, way up on the high side. Here comes Jax Young as he's going to take the lead away. Jax Young now out in front, late in this one. The 11 ride's going to battle back, a little bit of contact. He's going to get super loose. Here comes Chris Cox. Chris Cox out of nowhere, the 515. Of no benefit of the doubt here for the 515 ride as he's been able to work himself by a lot of drivers, and here he is late in this one. Now into position number 2, trying to hunt down the 24 ride of Jax Young is Chris, having himself a heck of a run. Ethan Johnson sliding back there into third as down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. We're going to see that white flag fly one more time around here for Jax Young. Chris Cox down low, looking for a run here out of corner number 4. Jax is going to drive it down on the bottom side, going to protect that slide job lane. Here comes Chris Cox looking for a big run as out of corner number 4. It's all Jax Young picking up checkered flag here in this one. Jax Young picking up the checkered flag in these pro late models live from Knoxville Raceway. Chris Cox with a great run, being able to work himself up through the field here and into second. Ethan Johnson there at the end for a little bit of contact, a hard-fought battle with Jax sliding back into position number 3. Brandon Barnhart in 4th and Nate Walker rounding out our top 5. We see Bryson Banks, Scott Schroyer working himself through the field here throughout this one. Is, man, what a race, what a feature these drivers put on for us. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for our race winner as Jax Young picking up the checkered flag in this one. Man, what a run and what a race here from that 24 machine. Chris Cox coming home there in second with a great run himself in that 515 machine, and Ethan Johnson coming home in third. Man, what a race, what a run by all these drivers. Wowzers. Yo, Stacy Benton coming in, smashing that subscribe button. Stacy, welcome to the Peacemaker Sub Club. Welcome to the Peacemaker crew. Coming in, smashing that subscribe button, becoming a brand new subscriber here on Peacemaker Gaming. Stacy, much love, much appreciate you, my girl, coming in, smashing that subscribe button. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Stacy. Coming in, becoming a brand new subscriber here on Peacemaker Gaming. Let's go, chat. Let's go. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, let's see some hashtag Stacy's up in the chat right now. Let's see some hashtag Stacy's up in the chat. Let's see some checkered flags up there as well. As, man, what a run and what a race by all these drivers, man. That was absolutely amazing to watch, man. These guys put on a heck of a show and a heck of a race here all evening long for us. That was a lot of fun. That was a ton of fun, man. That was a ton of fun. These guys put on a heck of a show, a heck of a drive, and a heck of a race out here for us, man. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. That was man, I don't think we've seen a better race here out of the league than that one right there. And, I mean, fitting that Jax, probably the most winningest driver so far in the series, comes home with the checkered flag is absolutely insane. As we're going to get ready to pull him up here into the broadcast booth. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for our race winner, the 24 machine of Jax Young, as he picks up the checkered flag. Man, what a run and what a race out of that 24 machine. Let's get him up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Jax, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Jax, my boy, what a run, what a race, man. Late in this one, you're all over the back bumper there, the 11 ride of Johnson, trying to find a way to get around him. You finally go for that big slide job. You guys made a little bit of contact. Ethan got a little bit bent out of shape there, trying to hold on to that car as you were able to jump up and take the lead away from him. From that point on, you never really looked back. But, I mean, Chris Cox coming out of nowhere late in this one, tried to throw it down inside of you a few times. Couldn't quite get there, man. But nonetheless, a great race, a great feature here from everyone in the field. As it's a lot of good green flag laps, a lot of hard racing, and a lot of fun out there as it looked like you guys were enjoying yourselves, duking it out there at the front of the field.
Yeah, that was a good race. I don't even think I got into him. It was naked, like on my screen. I didn't even hit him, and that's what happens when you don't give me enough room down there. I can't do anything. I bounced off the berm on the bottom. But yeah, that was a good race. Chris Cox came in, and I thought he was gonna throw a bomb on me. Yeah, it's nice having some green flag laps. You see what your setup has in it. My setup was a late race setup. I don't even. It was. I found a different line that nobody found, so it was like 5 laps to go, and I was like, I gotta start searching. So I started searching, and I found the top all the way around the 1 and 2, and slider line 3 and 4, and caught them off guard.
Absolutely, man. You definitely caught him off guard here in this one as you're able to work your way up and take that lead away and pick up yet again another checkered flag, man. A picture-perfect evening and a picture-perfect race here for yourself as you park that 24 ride back down here in victory lane. Jax, who do you got to thank for such a strong performance once again out of that 24 ride?
Yeah, I gotta thank all the boys over at Warrior Racing, Warrior Rabs, Nick, and all my teammates over there. House of Speed setups, you putting up the broadcast, you do an amazing job. Running the league. Billy over at Gears Unlimited for putting up the league and sponsoring me in real life. All the Battalion Motorsports boys over there. About it.
Beauty. Well, Jax, congratulations on a great run and a great race here in these pro late models at Knoxville. We look forward to seeing you back out on the racetrack here for these big block modifieds, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth, maybe back down here in Victory Lane here in probably about an hour.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, as long as we don't have too many cautions.
Yeah, thank you.
Beauty, Jax. Good run and good race, man, and we look forward to hopefully seeing you back up here in the broadcast booth.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our race winner. Nathan comes in, says P5, baby. Hey, that was a good run, man. That was a good run. It was a good race right there. That was a good race. Can someone please share Nate's interview earlier? I missed it. Ooh, let me see here. I don't know. I can try to find it for you, Stacy. I don't know what time that would have been, but you should be able to play back and find it. Facebook may not let you. I know YouTube will. I can link the YouTube channel up in the chat. You can go over there and should be able to play it back to where his interview was. I'd have to find the timing on it, but it should probably be about an hour before this. It probably would have been around the hour marker, just a little bit before the hour marker, probably closer to like the 50-minute marker. Would be kind of close to probably their interviews. Somewhere around there. It'd be hard. It's not timestamped, so it's hard to find it, Stacey. It's hard to find it, my girl. But ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for the 24 ride of Jax Young, picking up the checkered flag here in our second feature race of the evening, as we're going to get ready to pull in our second place driver here. The 5:15 ride of Chris Cox. Chris having a heck of a run, a heck of a drive, and being able to work that 5:15 ride up here into position number 2. We're going to pull Chris up into the broadcast booth. Hey, Chris, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yes, I do.
Chris, my boy, what a run and what a race, man. Out of nowhere, you're able to work your way around a lot of drivers out there. And here at the end, we saw a little contact there between Jax and Ethan. Ethan got a little bent out of shape. You were able to drive right down underneath of him, pull around him, and here you are at the end, battling with Jax right down to the wire here, trying to take the checkered flag away from him as that 5:15 looked like you found a whole nother gear out there on the racetrack, especially late in the race as that car really came to life and you're able to hunt those two down and were able to jump right up there and take that second spot away from Ethan. And, we saw Brandon Barnhart up there, Nate Walker, a lot of fast cars that you were able to work yourself around.
Yeah, it was a crazy one. I just put my head down and just tried to pick off as many cars I could. It was just... I seen Jax and Ethan going at it. I figured there's going to be something happening there. I figured it was going to happen when I was in 4th place and just kind of riding.
Absolutely, man. Well, a good run nonetheless. A great race here for you as you're able to come home here in position number 2. A good points night and a good race. And definitely looked like that car was coming to life here. So you got something to build on in the next race for these big block modifieds. Is hopefully you found a little something out there. Hopefully that can relay back into those big blocks. And hopefully we'll see you back up here in the broadcast booth after the big block modified race. But Chris, who would you like to thank here for such a great run and strong performance out there in these pro late models?
I'd like to thank my team, Top Secret. I'd also like to thank some of my sponsors, MJC Desktop Fabrications, Tightlines Apparel, Snap-on. What else we got? I'd like to thank Clayton's adminning. That's basically everybody.
Beauty.
You for you for streaming this.
You know it, my boy. You know it. Well, Chris, my boy, congrats on a good run, a strong performance out there on the racetrack. A heck of a drive as you parked that 515 right up here on the front stretch. Hopefully we'll see you back out here in the Big Block Modifieds doing the exact same thing. Maybe we'll see you one spot better and up here in Victory Lane.
Hopefully.
Beauty, Chris, good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you back up here in just a little bit.
Yep, good luck. Good luck.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Chris Cox coming home here in position number 2. A heck of a run and a heck of a drive there from that 515 machine as we're going to get ready to pull in our third place finisher, the guy who led quite a few laps, jumping up, taking that lead early on in this one, and Ethan able to have himself a good run as we saw some great battles up there at the front of the field between, Ethan Johnson and Jax Young. You throw Brandon Barnhart up there who led quite a few laps early on in this one. And then Ethan was able to jump out in front, had a good lead for a little bit. Then that lead kind of faded away. Jax was able to hunt him down. And that contact there late in the race, Jax being able to get around him, Chris Cox getting around him, and then Ethan just too far back to be able to recuperate to get back into that fight at the front of the field as he comes home here in position number 3. We're going to pull him up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Ethan, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Ethan, my boy, a good run, a good drive out there in this one, man. You led quite a few laps. It looked like you guys were having a lot of fun out there. You were leading late in the race, coming down to the wire. A little bit of contact between you and Jax as you guys were battling up there at the front of the field. Kind of got you bent out of shape. You fell back into third and just couldn't quite recuperate as you didn't have a lot of laps left after that one.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Felt like I raced my way through started 4th. Felt like I raced Brandon pretty clean, got around him, had a pretty good lead, and Jax caught me and kind of moved me out of the way and knocked me back to 3rd. Nothing I could do. Just in these late models, you got to be easy on the wheel. So.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Ethan, a good run and a good drive, man. Showed a lot of speed there in that 11 machine. Showed a lot of talent out there on the racetrack. As this shaped up to be probably one of the best races we've had in the league here throughout the last 6 weeks. As this has just been absolutely nonstop good action out there on the racetrack here tonight, and put on a good show for us, a good drive, coming home still in the 3rd spot, a good solid top 3, having yourself a wicked run. Ethan, who would you like to thank for such a strong performance?
I got to thank A7 Industries, Tucker Elkins for letting me be on his team, Blackout Sun Sport, Elite Designs for this nice wrap he made for me, Phantom Racing Engines, and everybody, you for putting this on, and yeah.
Beauty. Well, Ethan, congrats on a good run here in these pro late models. Hopefully we'll see you back out here on the racetrack for the Big Block Modifieds. Hopefully we'll see you back up here inside the top 3 and in the broadcast booth, and maybe a couple spots better down there in Victory Lane.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Beauty, good luck, my boy, and hopefully we'll talk to you here in a bit.
All right, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for our 3rd place finisher, the 11 rider, Ethan Johnson. Is Ethan coming home there in position number 3. Man, Neo Prime, I do believe it was, coming in with the host, coming in showing the love there with 10 viewers coming in showing the love. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're coming over with the host there from Neo, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for showing some love here. Hopefully you guys, having yourselves a wonderful, wonderful evening. If you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you guys drop a follow over here on Kick as we're continuing to build more and more and more over here on Kick, live streaming, and continue to try to grow over here on a new, a new streaming service. And hopefully, iRacing can start to get some more love and more light on it over here on Kick as well. So hopefully that can continue to build more and more. As ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be done here with these pro late models, but we got one more race left to go. Okay, thank you, love. Absolutely, Stacy. Absolutely, my girl. If I can find it, I can share it to you later. I can timestamp it with a tag for you. We might be able to do that. But that'll probably be after the racing. But we're going to get ready here to jump into our next race, our final race of the evening, the Big Block Modifieds, getting ready to go to battle here. So Get ready to jump into that one. We're going to quickly get some things moved around, some things set up here. Let me take a quick look here at this. There we go. Sessions. Big block modifieds at Knoxville Raceway. These drivers are all loaded in. Looking like we got another good-sized field here once again. A lot of fast cars, a lot of good drivers out there getting ready for yet again another race. So racing's not over yet, chat. The racing is not over yet. We still got a lot of laps left to run here. A lot of fast drivers out here on the racetrack, and it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be some good racing here still. Yo, Warrior Racing coming in as well a little while ago, coming in, sharing the stream off as well over to Warrior Racing. See if driver Jax Young can get it done tonight in the triple header. Let's go, Warrior Racing. Let's go, baby. Woo! Let's go. All right, chat. Final race of the evening. The final race here tonight, man. Getting underway as these drivers get loaded into the sim. We're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing as I'm going to quickly jump over here, and we are going to do mood. No, not mood. We're going to go genre. We're going to go a little bit of rock and roll here. Get a little bit of music playing here as we're going to get ready to set these drivers back loose out here on the racetrack. Woo! Oh! Oh! Let's go, baby. Let's go, chat. Oh! Woo! All right, ladies and gentlemen, practice over here in this one. That means these drivers are going to jump out onto the racetrack for their qualifying sessions. And quickly, it's the 515 machine of Chris Cox jumping out onto the racetrack here. 515 ride looking very good, looking to have another good run here. Trying to back up his second place finish that we just saw him get in those pro late models as he's back out onto the track here, looking to have himself another wicked night of racing, another wicked run here out of that 515 machinist. Qualifying underway once again from Knoxville Raceway. Randall Dixon, our first winner of the evening, jumping out onto the racetrack as well. You see that 111 ride out there. Anthony Vitale Jr. in the 21 ride, and that A&J Landscaping Vitale Motorsports number 21 ride, getting ready here to lay down his quickest lap time in our Tight Lines Apparel. Qualifying number 3 on the evening, our third Tight Lines Apparel qualifying underway. We see Nate Walker out there. Nate actually going to take the top spot away here from Chris Cox, as Nate looking very good in that 121 ride, jumping up into the top spot. Billy Roberts right now in position number 3, but now Brandon Barnhart is going to jump up and take that top spot away. That Premier Racing Setups ride out into the early lead here for the top spot here in qualifying. Ethan Johnson now up into 3rd in the 11 ride. Ethan going to jump up into position number 2, actually. Nate Walker going to slide back into 4th now, as Eddie Neal in the 318 is going to jump up. Man, our top 3 are separated by thousandths of a second. Holy moly. Right now, the top 6 cars are separated by 4 100ths of a second between our top 6 cars right now. We still have a few drivers left to go here. As Jax Young's going to jump out here and try to lay down a quick lap time. Our top 3 currently basically tied. It goes down to the thousandths of a second between Barnhart, Johnson, and Neal, as they're all at 1890. You'll have to wait and see where Jax and Bryson Banks can work their way into here. See Bryson out there as well in that Team Enemy 00 ride, as Jax Young's going to jump up and take that top spot away here once again. So Jax looking to try to make it 3 for 3 here in qualifying, trying to pick up yet again another pole position. See the 00 ride of Bryson Banks trying to get a good run here as well. Not going to get as good of a run as he needed there on this opening lap. Currently 14th. Man, take a look between our top 7 drivers. 5 100ths of a second here. Let's pull up the full results here. Look at that. Ethan Johnson and Eddie Neal were literally tied with their qualifying lap times with an 18.901. Brandon Barnhart 6 1,000ths ahead of them, and then, oh my gosh, look at that, 1 1,000th of a second between Jax Young and Brandon Barnhart for the top spot. Holy moly. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't even, what is that, 7 1,000ths of a second separates our top driver in qualifying to our 4th place driver. That's how tight it is at the front of the field here in these big block modifieds. Yowzers. That is some tight racing out there on the racetrack, as we're going to get ready here in a few more moments for our qualifying, or for our heat races, as our heat races are about to get underway here. These drivers are going to get loaded into the sim, and we're going to get ready to set them back loose here once again. As yowzers, ladies and gentlemen, give it up here for all these drivers after, man, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I found it. Proud mom moment. Good job, son. Yo, Stacy, I'm glad you found it. I'm glad you found it, my girl. Absolutely a proud mom moment, man. And man, I feel like we're not done seeing Nate up here in the top 3. He seems to do pretty good in these modified, so I'm sure before the end of this one, we'll see Nate up here in the top 3 once again. I'm sure we'll see him back up here. Without a doubt. Without a doubt, we'll see him back up here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing, as our first heat race in these big block modifieds is about to get underway, as these drivers loading into the sim, starting on the pole. In the 24 machine, that is Jax Young, into his outside in the 11 ride. That is Ethan Johnson. Starting inside of row number 2 in the 122 machine, that is Nate Walker, into his outside in the 99 ride. That's the Vitel Motorsports A&J Landscaping number 99 of Billy Roberts. Starting inside of row number 3 in the 213, that is the Gears Unlimited Tight Lines Apparels number 213 ride of Michael Vitel, into his outside in that 4-2 graphics, Gears Unlimited Team Enemy Setups number 15 of Nicholas Ely. Then we see the 777 ride of Jesse Ingram and Jake Henry rounding up the field as we're back to Green Flag Racing. The green flag back out in the air here at Knoxville Raceway. Jax Young out in front. Jax leads the way here down the backstretch. Ethan Johnson in tow. It's Ethan Johnson trying to hunt down our leader here. As that 24 ride once again out in front, looking very stout. We just saw those two duke it out in the first heat race earlier here in the pro late models, and here they are trying to duke it out in this one as well, as these two at the front of the field have been putting on an absolute show here in this one, man. These guys have been oh so fast, oh so quick all evening long, and here they are once again leading the pack here in heat race number 1 as that House of Speed number 24 ride leads the way. Ethan Johnson there in second. Nate Walker holding on to third as he's just in front of Billy Roberts. Roberts trying to work to the inside here of that 122 machine. Nicholas Ely in that Team Enemy number 15 ride. It's the first race we've seen him in here this evening. Normally we see this 15 ride up towards the front of the field in all 3 races. Missed the first 2 races of the night, and here he is in position number 5, looking to have another good run here. But he's got a lot of ground to make up as he tries to close the distance between that 99 ride and his teammate of Nate Walker. Michael Vitale right there in position number 6 as Jesse Ingram right there behind him. The 171 ride of Jake Henry back there in 8th, losing touch of the rest of the field here just ever so slightly, but out in front it is all Jax Young as Young continues to lead the way here. 3 more laps left to go down into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. We're going to see 2 more laps left to go here for the 24 ride. Jax trying to pick up yet again another checkered flag here, trying to get another good heat race under his belt. Ethan Johnson still trying to track him down, but running out of time. And side by side there behind him, upside down goes Nate Walker. The white flag was already going to be displayed, but looks like the caution flag is going to fly here as Nate Walker upside down, unfortunately going to take that ride down pit side. The caution flag late in this one comes out, a heartbreaker there for that 122 machine. He's now parked down pit side. Man, what a tough break. Jax Young, unfortunately, was staring at that white flag, trying to pick up that white flag, trying to end this one, but doesn't look like he was going to get there in time. Ethan Johnson's now going to be right back to his back bumper, Billy Roberts, who made that initial contact there with that 122 ride. There in third, Nicholas Ely, Michael Vitale, Ingram right there as well. As we'll take a look back and see what happens to Nate Walker. Tough break here for Walker. Just looks like the 99 kind of tracks up the racetrack ever so slightly. Nicholas Ely getting a good chunk of them there as well. Jake Henry just getting by there. See if we can find a different angle of this one. Maybe even Bar Chase might tell us a little bit more of the story here. Almost looks a little bit of possible contact there to the front end from Billy Roberts, but looked like a lot of net code, really. I wouldn't put it past a little bit of net code here on this one, as it's the way that rear end kicked out, spun him sideways, and fortunately upside down, going for a little bit of a barrel roll down here on the front stretch. That 124 machine, as we're going to get him stacked back up. We're going to get ready to go back to Green Flag Racing here. A late race restart. Can Jax Young hold off that 11 ride at Ethan Johnson, Billy Roberts, Nicholas Ely, and Michael Vitale rounding out our top 5 here in heat race number 1. A good restart there out of the 24 ride as he quickly puts that pedal to the metal here. The 24 machine out in front down the backstretch here into corner number 3 and out of corner number 4. He's going to see that white flag fly back up in the air here once again. This time he takes that white flag. Ethan Johnson, though, still right there trying to reel him back in. Johnson trying to find a way to get up and around this 24 wide, down the backstretch into corner number 3 one more time, down and out of corner number 4, and it's all Jax Young picking up heat race win number 1 here in the big block modifieds. Johnson there in second, giving a little shot there to the 24 ride, as didn't look like he was very happy, maybe still a little contact, a little bit of maybe still being a little upset after that contact early or late in our last feature event, as the sun's starting to set, the lights turned on here at Knoxville. We're going to get ready here for heat race number 2. All right, as heat race number 2 getting lined up here on the racetrack, we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose once again. No lights down there on the infield as it's dark down there. It's dark down there. We're going to get ready to set them back loose. Ugh, says Stacy. Ugh, I know. That was a rough one. That was a tough break right there for Nate, man. He was having a good run. Just looked like a little, almost more of net code than anything, but some good hard racing, and unfortunately, that going back to bite him in the butt. We're actually going to open up our, it's going to actually quickly do our graphic settings here. We're going to actually turn the brightness up just a little bit here. Turn the contrast down, the gamma down just a little bit. There we go. Things a little bit brighter here. See the track a little bit better. See these cars a little bit better. There we go. That's looking real nice and fancy. As we're going to get ready here for our second heat race of the evening, our last heat race of the night here, and starting on the pole in the 34 ride, that is Brandon Barnhart. Days outside, we see Eddie Neal. In the 515 of Chris Cox, Joel Burton, Anthony Vitale Jr., Scott Stroyer, Bryson Banks, and Randall Dixon rounding out the field. Already a little bit of contact. The 318 of Eddie Neal trying to hold on to it. The 12 ride of Joel Burton in there as well. Randall Dixon getting bounced around a little bit, not having the luck he needed here early on in this one, is out in front all by himself. It is that 34 ride of Brandon Barnhart. As Barnhart out in front here, leading the way. Chris Cox right there in second. Anthony Vitale Jr. up into third as Scott Schroyer right there in position number 4. Bryson Banks now up into fifth as that team enemy 0-0 ride now up into the top 5 here as Eddie Neal sliding back here to position number 6. Joel Burton back in 7th in that white knuckle number 12 ride, and Randall Dixon, unfortunately, back here in position number 8 as Barnhart leads the way here. This 34 ride looking oh so good, oh so clean out here on the racetrack. All right, as Barnhart continues to lead the way, Chris Cox still trying to hunt him down. Anthony Vitale Jr. has got a little bit of a gap now between himself and that 57 rider, Scott Schroyer. Schroyer back there in 4th. Bryson Banks in 5th as everything in this one a little bit strung out here. All these drivers got a lot of gaps in between them here. Eddie Neal there in 6th. Joel Burton there in 7th. Randall Dixon in 8th, but out in front by 9/10 of a second. It's that Premier Racing Setups ride of Brandon Barnhart as Barnhart continues to lead the way here. He's going to see that white flag fly here. So one more time around for the 34 ride. It's Barnhart down the backstretch into corner number 3. One more time here in heat race number 2. Down through 3 and out of corner number 4. It's the 34 ride of Brandon Barnhart picking up heat race win number 2. Chris Cox, Anthony Vitale Jr., Schroyer, Banks, Neal, Burton, and Dixon rounding out the field here in heat race number 2 as we're going to get ready For a quick little warm-up session, these drivers are going to jump back out onto the racetrack, a quick little warm-up, and then we're going to get ready to go green flag racing with our A main feature event in just a few more moments. Nate says, I'm going to try putting on a show. Let's go, baby. Let's go. That's what we want to hear, Nate. That's what we want to hear, my boy. Put on a show for us, homie. Put on a show for us, my boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you came here for a show. Well, here you go, as we're going to get ready to set these drivers loose with our final feature event of the evening. As these cars get loaded up pit side, we're going to get ready to set them loose. We're about to knock some dirt around here. We're going to get ready to set them loose once again from Knoxville Raceway as they get loaded into the sim. Here you go, our starting lineup. Starting on the pole in that 515 machine, our second place finisher in the last feature event here in that 515 ride, that is Chris Cox. To his outside in the 11 ride, it's the race prep number 11 machine of Ethan Johnson, starting there in position number 2. Starting in position number 3, our second heat race winner on the night. It's that 34 ride, the Premier Racing Setups machine of Brandon Barnhart. To his outside, our first heat race winner of the evening is the House of Speed Warrior Wraps, number 24 of Jax Yon. Starting inside a row number 3 in the 99 machine, that is the Vitale Motorsports. Number 99 of Billy Roberts, and to his outside his teammate in the 21 ride, that is Anthony Vitale Jr. We see Nicholas Ely starting there in 8th in that 4-2 graphics Team Enemy Setups ride. There in 7th, to his outside in the 57 ride is Scott Schroyer. Starting inside a row number 5 in the 213 is Michael Vitale into his outside in the 318. That is Eddie Neal starting in 10th. Then we see Joel Burton there in 11th. Jesse Ingram in 12th. Randall Dixon, Jake Henry, and Nate Walker rounding out the field, as it looks like Brayson Banks is unfortunately not going to make the show here, as we're going to end all the anticipation with our feature presentation as we are back to Green Flag Racing here from Knoxville Raceway. The fireworks in the air letting these drivers know that they are Green Flag Racing here. Cheer them on as we're about to see a great battle here once again at the front of the field. The 515 of Chris Cox out in front. The 11 rider Ethan Johnson right there in second. Looking down to the bottom side, trying to use that shortest way around the racetrack. It's the smoke still flying here from all the fireworks. Man, oh man, a great show here put on once again by the Knoxville Raceway crew for all these drivers and all these fans in the stands, as we see a great side-by-side battle here at the front of the field. As now the 11 ride's going to jump up and clear Chris Cox down the backstretch. So the 11 and Ethan Johnson going to jump up and take this lead away. Ethan Johnson out in front. Chris Cox back to second. Jax Young having a good run here in third. This was our top three in the last race, once again up inside the top three here in this one. So talent up here at the front of the field, as Anthony Vitale Jr. there in fourth, Scott Schroyer there in fifth. I'm pretty sure our top five is almost exactly the same as it was in the pro late models. You just got to switch the 24 ride of Jax Young from third to first and Ethan Johnson from first to third, and our top five looks at pretty much the exact same. Billy Roberts there in sixth. Brandon Barnhart, fortunately, sliding back here into the seventh position. Barnhart, who started there in position number 3, looked really, really good in heat race number 2, sliding back early on in this one. Eddie Neal there in 8th. Joel Burton up into 9th. Michael Vitale there in 10th. And we see Nicholas Ely, Jesse Ingram, and Nate Walker there in 11th, 12th, and 13th. Randall Dixon there in 14th. Jake Henry back there in the 15th position, and no Bryson Banks out there. Our 16th driver not out on the racetrack, as Ethan Johnson continues to lead the way. Now you see Jax Young getting around Chris Cox. Cox sliding back here quite a bit. You see the 57 and the 21 battling side by side back here for 4th. Little bit of contact bouncing around back there. Scott Schroyer trying to find a way to get around that 21 ride. These guys continue to put on a heck of a show here for us, a heck of a run. All these cars out here doing a fantastic job. Ethan Johnson continuing to lead the way here. Jax Young trying to hunt him down once again, as we're going to jump into a quick Peacemaker Gaming Crank It Up big block modified style. So ladies and gentlemen, cheer on these drivers as these dirt big blocks put on an absolute show. All right, as our Crank It Up coming to a close here. Halfway in, halfway to go out here in this one. These guys continuing to put on a great show for us at the front of the field as that 24 car continues to try to find a way around Ethan Johnson. Johnson starting to open up a little bit more of a gap now over Jax Young, as Young right there in second. Chris Cox there in third as that Raise Energy Tight Lines Apparel's number 515 ride there in third. Quite a ways behind our top two, but he's got a little bit of a gap, about a second between himself and our fourth place driver, Scott Schroyer. As Schroyer right there in position number 4. Billy Roberts now up into fifth here as Roberts has worked himself into position number 5. Brandon Barnhart right there in 6 as the 34 ride trying to work himself back inside the top 5 here, trying to recoup after sliding back early on in this one. Eddie Neal there in 7th. Anthony Vitale Jr. sliding back now as that A&J Landscaping Vitale Motorsports Gears Unlimited number 21 ride sliding back to 8th. Jesse Ingram right there in the 9th position, trying to hold off a hard-charging Nicholas Healy and Nate Walker. As Healy and Walker right there in 10th and 11th, trying to work themselves up through the field here. Kind of running out of steam right around that 10th position. Michael Vitale there in 12th. Randall Dixon, our 358 race winner from earlier on in the evening, back there in 13th. Then we see Jake Henry in 14th, and Joel Burton and Bryson Banks unfortunately off the racetrack as Ethan Johnson continues to lead the way, has about 0.4 of a second over that second place driver of Jax Young. These guys all continue to put on a great show for us here, man. We see some great racing action all around the track here. See a couple cars slow here on the racetrack. That looked like the 171 ride of Jake Henry, unfortunately going down pit side, so a tough break there for the 171 machine. He's going to call it an evening, but good thing is he gets down pit side and gets that car off the racetrack, so no caution flag. We're going to keep it clean and green here. As Johnson continues to lead the way. Jax Young right there in second. Chris Cox still in third. Here comes Scott Schroyer there in fourth, and Billy Roberts right in fifth. Brandon Barnhart in sixth. Eddie Neal, Anthony Vitale Jr., Nicholas Ely now into ninth here as he's worked himself around the 777 ride of Jesse Ingram, as Ingram trying to hold on to a top 10 run here. Nate Walker right there in the 122 machine as Walker trying to find himself up inside the top 10 here. He's got one more spot as he works to the rear end here, trying some different lines, going for a big slider. Just barely gets in front of that 777 ride. Jesse gets into him, has to get onto the binders here. You got to feel that top secret 777 ride is going to try to pay it back here. He goes for the slider there in 3 and 4. Nate's going to come back to the inside here. Good crossover. The slide back up in front of him here in 1 and 2. Gets up a little bit too high, leaves that door still open. These guys putting on a great show back here. This is for the 10th position on the racetrack. That time the 777 ride couldn't go for the slider, so he's going to slide back into 11th as Nate Walker jumps up inside the top 10 now. See the 213 ride of Michael Vitale right there. Going to try to find a way to get around the 777 ride of Jesse Ingram, as well as out in front, it's still all Ethan Johnson, as Ethan trying to pick up the checkered flag. Jax Young in the 24 ride has closed the gap, and he's right there trying some different lines, trying to find a different way to get up here and get around that number 11 machine. We saw some contact the last time these two were in this same situation just moments ago in the Pro Late Models, and here we go once again late in the race. These guys are right there. Stacy cheering on Nate. Woohoo! Go Nate, baby, go Nate! Nate having a good run, slowly but surely working himself up towards the front, but no caution flags. Oh, I might have spoke too soon. The 11 ride, hang on to it. The 11 of Ethan Johnson making that contact again. Jax Young gets into him. Young's going to run away. Ethan Johnson still in second as Chris Cox and man, Scott Schroyer, Billy Roberts putting on a good battle back here for third as Cox is trying to hold on to position number 3. Schroyer and Billy Roberts want to get up there and get around him as now Ethan Johnson back into position number 2 as Jax Young jumps up and takes that lead away. We'll have to wait and see. We'll have to take a look back and see contact there as we'll take a look back and see what happens between these two as the 11 sends it in there, maybe just up a little bit too high, scrubs the outside wall just a little bit. Jax kind of gets into the back of him a little bit, kind of bends him out of shape a little bit more. The 11 ride almost goes all the way around, which would have brought out a caution flag. No caution flag came out. They keep on rolling, but unfortunately for Ethan, he's now 3 seconds back behind our new race leader of Jax Young, as Young out in front here in that House of Speed Warrior Wraps number 24 ride. He's down the front stretch here one more time. He's going to click off another lap, and man, these guys putting on a heck of a battle at the front of the field, and unfortunately twice now for Ethan Johnson. He's gotten the raw end of the deal, and back here in position number 2 once again, Chris Cox still trying to hold on to position number 3 as Scott Schroyer trying to jump up here and take that 3rd spot away here from that 5:15 ride, but the laps are continuing to click off here. 2 more laps left to go. Scott's going to have to try to find a way, but now we see that 34 ride of Brandon Barnhart now up into this battle. So the 34 ride's caught up to these guys battling here for position number 3. They're going to go a little bit more single file as we're going to actually see that white flag fly one more time around now for Jax Young. Young down at a corner number 2 and down the backstretch one more time. Down into corner number 3. No one's near him. No one can touch him as it's the 24 ride out of corner number 4. And Jax is going to pick up yet again another checkered flag in these big block modifieds. Live from Knoxville Raceway here in the Outlaw Racing League. As you can see, the 11 ride not happy with a little bit of contact he's gotten here tonight from the 24 ride. Gives him a good shot there in the rear end as Jax Young picking up the checkered flag. Ethan Johnson coming home in second. Probably not a very happy camper there in position number 2. And in third, another great run here for Chris Cox as that 5:15 ride coming home here in position number 3. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for all these drivers, man. A great race and a great show here. Once again, the last 2 races have been absolutely insane, absolutely impeccable races. I mean, this is the way that they're supposed to go every single week, man. We want to see as many green flag laps and good battles out there on the racetrack as we can, and you saw it here tonight, man. A lot of good green flag laps, a lot of good side-by-side battling, and Jax Young picking up his 2nd checkered flag of the evening. Ethan Johnson getting 1 spot better than he did in the pro late models, coming home in 2nd, and Chris Cox coming home in 3rd with another solid top 3 run. As we're going to get ready to jump up into the broadcast booth with our race winner and the rest of the field here. We're gonna quickly make sure that you guys get a time to breathe, man. That was insane. That was intense right there. That was a little bit crazy. The contact again between Jax Young and Ethan Johnson. I'm sure Ethan is definitely not very happy right now with Jax, as that was some good contact, some good hits right there, and some great racing though nonetheless all around the field here. You see Scott Schroyer coming home in 4th, Billy Roberts there in 5th, Brandon Barnhart there in 6th, Eddie Neal, Nicholas Ely, Nate Walker, and Anthony Vitale Jr. rounding out the top 10. Jesse Ingram, Michael Vitale, Randall Dixon, Jake Henry, Joel Burton, and Bryson Banks rounding out the top 16 here in this one, as we're going to get ready to pull our race winner here. Jax Young back up into the broadcast booth. Yet again, another wicked race here for the 24 ride. Another little bit of contact there as well. Damn, that race had me on the edge of my seat. Forgot I was in my kitchen for a minute. Laugh out loud. Good job, guys. Absolutely, Stacy. Edge of the seat is an understatement, man. Edge of the seat was an understatement right there. These guys put on a wicked show, a wicked race here once again for us. We're going to pull our race winner, the 24 ride of Jax Young, up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Jax, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. To get a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Jax, my boy, yet again, another wicked race, man. A cautious feature race, which is something that we normally don't see. We saw here a few times here tonight, some good green flag laps, a lot of hard-fought battles out there, and we saw here once again back-to-back races that, you and Ethan looked like you guys were kind of glued to each other here throughout the evening, and a little bit of contact late in this one. You get into the back of him there as he kind of got up into the wall just ever so slightly, scrubbed that little bit of speed off there that I'm sure you weren't expecting, and the contact was made, and you were able to drive around him, and unfortunately for him, he was all out of shape, kind of almost spun around, kept the car going, kept it pointed in the right direction, and you were able to pull away with yet again another feature win.
Yeah, we got it done, I guess.
Absolutely, man. You definitely got it done here in this one, man. Another great race, another great show. Once again, showing us that, you and Ethan, there's a handful of you guys that seem to always be up at the front of the field here in these modifieds. And once again, you're parked up here picking up another checkered flag, another great run here for yourself. Jax, who do you got to thank for such a wicked run here in this one?
Yeah, the rest of the season I'm going to be probably points racing. But yeah, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Warrior Racing, everybody over there, all my teammates, Warrior Rabs, House Speed Setups, you for putting broadcast up, Billy for putting the league on, Helene for adminning, HY Pressure Wash and painting, Gears Unlimited, for Billy for coming on board in my real life racing, my parents, and everybody that helps me at the track.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Jax, congratulations, picking up yet again another checkered flag, another wicked run, another fast car out there here at Knoxville Raceway, and picking up your second checkered flag of the evening, having two great runs. And you had a good car there in the first race as well. Just things didn't quite go your way, but they go your way here in the last two races as you get the final two checkered flags on the evening, and back up here in victory lane's got to feel pretty dang good.
Yeah, it feels good. Hopefully we can win the points. That would be sick. But
Absolutely, my boy. That's definitely the main goal is, even though these checkered flags are always nice, being able to hold that championship trophy at the end of the season is definitely the biggest goal for all these drivers out here. And it's one thing that you're definitely going for. And it seems like you continue to have these good runs and all these, checkered flags. It's going to add up over and over and over. And, you're going to be right there at the end of it and have a good shot at, picking up these championships.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we're leading a 358 in the big block, maybe even a late model. We're pretty close to the late model, but yeah.
Beauty. Well, Jax, congratulations on yet again another checkered flag, my boy. Another great run here tonight in this one, and hopefully we'll see you back up here in the top three, at least up in the broadcast booth here. Probably down in victory lane a couple more times next Tuesday as we'll get ready to see you guys back out here for another triple header next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Beauty. Jax, have yourself a wonderful night.
You too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Jax Young as he comes home in position number 1, picking up the checkered flag here once again in this one as we're going to get ready to pull in our second place finisher, the 11 ride. I'm sure Ethan's going to have a little bit more to say here than what maybe Jax did as we're going to pull the 11 ride up here into the broadcast booth. Hey, Ethan, it's Aaron up here in the Peacemaker Broadcasting booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Ethan, my boy, another rough one out there for you, man. It looked like that 11 ride was so fast, but you just couldn't really get away or pull away too much from the 24 machine of Jax Young here. And late in this one, we saw, you kind of got up a little high, a little bit into the wall, scrubbed a little bit of speed off. Jax kind of got into you. I don't think it was intentional, but that contact once again in back-to-back races kind of knocking you out of that top spot and sliding you back a little bit. It's definitely got to, be a little bit of, probably not sitting well with you here. So take us back through that, what happened, and, how you're feeling right now with that contact being made and coming back and, finishing second place in this one, third place in the last race, but being behind that 24 right after the contact.
Yeah, definitely frustrating. Kind of feel like he did it intentionally, could race everybody clean, and I mean, I can't do anything about it, and go on to the next week.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, still another strong run, another great race here for yourself as the 11 ride was so fast. Once again, showing a lot of speed, a lot of talent out there. As you come home with another good run, second place finish here in this one, a good points night. and everything else for you as he put on a great show here for us in the 2 races you were in here tonight, and unfortunate breaks in both of them as you kind of got knocked out of the lead in both of those races, and still keeping your chin up and looking forward to the future is what it's all about.
Yeah. Hope I can win one here soon.
Absolutely, my boy. Well, Ethan, a huge congratulations on a solid second place run here in this one after a little bit of heartbreak in the last 2 races. Who would you like to thank here for such strong runs and strong performances here in the last 2 races?
7 Industries, Elite Designs, Blackout Sun Sports, and you for putting on the show, and everybody else who runs this deal.
Absolutely, Ethan. Congrats, my boy, on a second place run. Hopefully, we'll see you back out here next week. Hopefully, we'll see you, being to, escape a little bit earlier, maybe pull out to a couple bigger leads, and being able to park that 11 right up here in Victory Lane.
Yes, sir.
Good, Ethan. Have yourself a wonderful night, my boy.
You too. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for that 11 rider, Ethan Johnson, as Ethan coming home here in position number 2 here in this one. A little bit of heartbreak there for the 11 ride, but ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pull in our 3rd place finisher now, the 5:15 rider, Chris Cox. Chris, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Chris, my boy, another good run, another good race, man. We saw you, quickly jump up. You're in that 3rd spot. You're hung out with those guys for a little bit at the front, but Jax and Ethan, so fast, they were able to pull away from you. You were, kind of riding there for, majority of the middle of the race, kind of by yourself. You had a good gap between you and the 4th place car, and you had a decent gap between you and Jax and Ethan up there at the front. So you were kind of just riding there for a bit, and then all of a sudden we look back and we see Scott Schroyer and Billy Roberts, Brandon Barnhart right there as the 4 of you guys put on a great battle there for that 3rd spot. You're able to hold them all off, but man, Scott and Billy were all over you there throughout probably the last 10-15 laps of this race.
Yeah, I knew Jax was faster than me, so I just let him on by, and I knew him and Ethan kind of had a thing going between them, and I didn't want to be caught up in just Jax trying to get up there to get him, and so I just kind of did my thing.
Absolutely, that's all you can kind of do at that point, right? Just kind of let them duke it out, let them kind of maybe wreck each other, and you be able to drive by and stay clean and green and being able to work your way by them. But unfortunately, the caution flag never really came out. They didn't really wreck each other too badly, but still being able to hold on to that 3rd place finish has got to feel pretty good.
Oh yeah, after really not being able to get a top 5 all the season so far, just ripping at them 3rd place, 2nd, 3rds, just back to back like that, pretty good. I changed up some setups and did a bunch of different stuff, and I guess it seems to be working.
Absolutely, man. It's definitely working as that 5:15 ride is pointed in the right direction here, and hopefully these couple good finishes here, the 2nd place finish earlier and then the 3rd place finish here, hopefully, it can build some good momentum, and we'll see you, up here in the top 5 more consistently, up inside the top 3 and hunting down some checkered flags, and hopefully see you down here in Victory Lane before the end of the season.
Yep.
Beauty, Chris, congrats on the 3rd place run here in this one, my boy. Who would you like to thank here for such a solid run and another strong performance out there on the racetrack?
I'd like to thank my team, Top Secret. I'd like to thank Tight Lines Apparel, MJC Desktop Fabrications, Cox Gaming, Elite Admitting, Snap-on, Clayton for making these new wraps for me. Changed up some team stuff, and I think we're in a better place now, just doing some different stuff, and it seems like it's working. So I thank everybody over there on Top Secret.
Beauty. Well, Chris, congrats on a solid run. Another great performance here for you, and another solid top 3 finish. And hopefully we'll see you back up here next week. Hopefully a couple spots better, maybe down here in Victory Lane, man. But huge congratulations on another solid run and a solid night here for that 5:15 crew.
Yep, thank you.
Beauty, have yourself a wonderful night.
You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for the 5:15 machine of Chris Cox as he comes home here in position number 3 here in this one, man. What a run and what a race there by Chris. What a race by all these drivers, man. I'm pretty sure that was green to checkered. I don't think we saw any caution flags there in that race. Let me double check it here. I don't think we did. We did. It was early on, but I don't think we ever saw it. We didn't. Yeah, no caution flags at all. So that's incredible right there, Chad. That is absolutely insane. No caution flags, 40 laps of hard racing action, and a great finish here at the end to finish everything off between Jackson, Ethan, and Chris with a great run. Scott Schroyer and Billy Roberts up there inside the top 5. Barnhart, Neal, Ely, Walker, and Vitale rounding out our top 10. Then we see Jesse Ingram, Michael Vitale, Randall Dixon, Jake Henry, Joel Burton, and Bryson Banks rounding out our top 16 drivers here in these big block modifieds. But man, what a run, what a race, and what a show that all these drivers put on for us here tonight, man. And not a lot of caution flags, which was a very nice thing to see. A lot of just good hard racing, a lot of good battles out there on the racetrack, and a great show. So ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, unfortunately though, we're going to have to call it there on that note. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, and hit that follow button. If you're watching over on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching over on Kick, become part of the Peacemaker family over there on Kick, which is a brand new streaming service. It's built by streamers for streamers, and it's the place to be right now, man. It's popping over here, and it's only going to get better and better and better, especially once the mobile app for Android drops. It's going to be even bigger. It's already out for Apple, but it's not out for Android yet, so we gotta wait for that. Hopefully by tonight or tomorrow, we should see that app into the App Store for Samsung, and then at that point, I hope that Kick just absolutely blows up. There's a ton of good streamers, big streamers over there. Hopefully we'll start to see some more love over there on the iRacing side of things, but we'll also play a lot of other games over there as well. But ladies and gentlemen, listen, thank y'all for tuning in, man. A wicked night of racing action, a lot of fun, a lot of hard racing, and a lot of good action out there, man. That was a lot of fun as we saw some awesome stuff out there, man. These guys put on a heck of a show for us and a heck of a race right from the drop of the green flag right down to the finish. These guys put on a awesome performance, and I can't thank each and every one of you enough for tuning in, man. Everyone coming in, showing the love. Any of the star senders, Stacy coming in, becoming a brand new subscriber over on Facebook as well, hitting that sub button, joining the Peacemaker Sub Club. Stacy, welcome once again to the Sub Club. Everyone that tuned in, all the likes, the shares, the comments on Facebook, YouTube, and over on Kick is much appreciated. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, but unfortunately, we got to call it there. I'm going to go and probably make some dinner real quick, and then we're going to get ready to go to work once again. But guys, thank y'all for tuning in. Much love. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and I will see you guys all tomorrow night for some more racing action tomorrow evening, but we may even go live maybe just over on Kick tomorrow morning, maybe. We might. I'm not 100% sure, but we might do that. But listen, thank y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all later. Peace out, baby. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! What a show, baby. What a show. Let's go.